Got it. You can hear me now, right? Oh my God. See, you know what? It's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I want you to do me a favor. I want you to call everybody you know and tell them that it's on and it's popping. This is the I Am Enough talk show where your dreams matter. It's the queen, Wanda D, the motivational queen, your accountability coach, helping you get her done. And I hope you can hear me now. So as I was saying before, we're on let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're on 9 different platforms. Twitch TV, the YouTube. So if you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and tell me that you're there watching. Share. We're also on Grady Baby Radio. We're inside of the Winning Evening News. We're also on Wake Up Winning for Entrepreneurs. We're everywhere. And I want you to know that we see you. So please come on in. Hey, Keisha Cooley, thanks for telling me you couldn't hear me. I'm coming in without my headphones because I want to be able to play some music, to do some things, and I didn't want the interference of y'all telling me that y'all couldn't hear the music. So that's why I went headphoneless today. Hey, Lisa Bailey, what's up, Facebook user? You have to give StreamYard permission to show your name so then we can give you a shout out. I know it's going to get really, really busy, and I know I'm not going to be able to keep up with the names. So if I could have a volunteer that's over there working one of those pages to kind of like just, let people know that we appreciate them, because, we appreciate them. This is the day that I have anticipated this day for about 4 months. I got butterflies. I've been doing this over 10 years, but today is the day that I could say I got some butterflies going on right now. Why? Because I was entrusted to carry a message to you, and that was to allow for a lot of authors to come through this platform and give you a glimpse into their life, give you a glimpse into understanding who they are, what they do, why they do. And them being an author is just a small part of who they are, because there's so much more. So today I want you to connect with them. So what I need you to do, this is housekeeping time. Okay, say housekeeping. This is a participation sport, all right? So what I need you to do is I need you to hashtag Wake Up Winning, and I need you to hashtag I Am Enough. I also need you to tag at least 3 people from wherever platform you're watching, and I also need you to share. I know that's a lot, but I know you can do it because you're powerful. Okay. And I also need you to, if you come to show up the whole time, I want to say thank you in advance. And if you're just sliding through, thank you, but just drop your name down. So when we go back through the comments, we can touch you. And this is a teaching lesson. Say teaching lesson for my authors that come through the platform. Pay attention to these comments. And I want you to go back and talk to these people personally and allow them just say thank you for spending time with us today, because what happens is you don't really understand the magic of you being here. And part of that magic is letting people know who you are, what you know, and what you can do for them outside of them being able to read your beautiful books of literature. There's so much more to you. And today is the day to let them in on a little glimpse. Now, if you like what you see and you want more, then you always can contact me at the I Am Enough Talk Show at gmail.com. That's one way to get in touch with us. Say, for instance, you want your own show or you want to be a part of some other things that we do. Just contact us there. Now, y'all ready? Drum roll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this thing up. I'm going to go over here to MC Class so he can get y'all in the mood so y'all heads can be bobbing up and down, because like I said, I'm early and this is my segment right now.
Go through with PTSD, also I'm ex-military, but I learned how to turn it into microphone techniques. So I'm gonna freestyle and then I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, because Wanda D told me to freestyle. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Hard with the drums. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I come from the boogie down, south side of town. MCs like me, we come with the rhyme. I'm coming off the top of my mind. I do this all the time. This is how I unwind. I am enough.
I am enough.
King it, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Times right now, totally rough. Every time I'm dealing with this stuff, I grab the microphone and I don't bluff. And when I hold the microphone, I'm like the bluff. Sit back and watch the crowd rock. I grab the microphone non-stop. Blast the microphonist. I got a bonus to grab this mic and do just what I like. Too much hesitation, I had to take the time. Sit back, relax, so I can unwind. Messing with my mind. Now I gotta come out here and show this one time that I could unwind. Say a little stuff that was on my mind. And this is how we do. Are y'all with me? I'm with you too. Say I am enough.
I am enough.
Say I am enough.
I am enough.
Come on, times are tough and you know it's rough, but say I am enough.
I am enough.
Say I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. I am enough. I'm from the Bronx, baby. Alright.
In the 8C.
Wanda is considered one of the most passionate and positive people you'll ever meet, both personally and professionally. Her inspirational mentoring, sales, and customer service training has dubbed her to be Wanda D. Hollis, the Motivational Queen. She launched Wanda D TV, a revolutionary online real estate talk show where local businesses and community leaders discuss their services, issues, and concerns. Wanda is passionate about helping people achieve their goals and dreams. She has gone on to pursue many passions, including her I Am Enough talk show, having a seat on the West Georgia Board of Realtors, author of inspirational and motivational books, and also a strong supporter of several nonprofit organizations within her community. Wanda believes that there's no such thing as bad decisions, only regrets of not making the right attempt. For speaking engagements or to book her for your next event or conference, please visit www.IamEnough365.com.
Well, come on now. Welcome back. Welcome back. Put your hands together. Raise the vibration. We are about to get started. This is the summertime book fair. Now, I want to tell you that there's over 60 authors that are supposed to be participating in this thing. Now, whether they come through or not, that's their loss, that's their gain. I don't know. But I know that I have someone very special in the back room. I hope she doesn't eat up all the snacks, but she's going to be coming in a moment. And also, like, this is the way we're doing the show, right? We're going to do, our first half is from 12 to 3. Now we have roughly about six authors that's coming through, and then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back at 7. So from 7 to 9, we have another set. We're doing this for the next 5 days. Well, yeah, today and then 5 more. So we'll be finished on Friday. No, we'll be finished on Saturday, but Sunday is a very special day. So Sunday is kind of like our kickback day. That's our recap day. That's our open couch day. And I don't know what's going to go on Sunday, but we have it scheduled so tightly that what you're going to experience is authors coming to you in rapid fire. They're just amazing. We're happy to have them. And I want you to take notes, okay? I want you to pay attention. If there's anything that they said that resonated with you and you want to get to know them further, like I said, go check them out. At the bottom, you'll see their information will be scrolling, so you can write that down. You can please go follow them on their social media pages. Go check out their websites. This is an opportunity for us to build the community, right? So somebody say community. Community! Come on now. This is the opportunity for us to build the community of authors coming together, because your literature is your legacy. I'm going to say that again. Your literature is your legacy. This is what you leave behind long after you're gone. But there's more to us. There's our finances, our money. Where are we spending our money? See, I believe that this is an economic time, and we should always be paying attention to where our economic dollar is going. So if you're going to buy a book, if you want to sit back and read it, then support the artist, support the author, support the entrepreneur that's out here every day trying to make an impact. Okay, true. So if you understand how important it is for you to be adding all the value you have to the collective, then this way we can grow together. And that's what the I Am Enough talk show is about. This platform, I started in broadcast like by a fluke. I was in real estate, and I needed to figure out a way how I could set myself apart and be different. And at that time, the market was kind of upside down. Y'all remember in 2008, there was a lot of predatory lending going on. Foreclosure was a high at its all-time high. And I was in the midst of real estate, and I was loving real estate, right? Because originally when I got into real estate, it was to become an investor. But somehow along the way, I tricked myself into getting my real estate license. So then I was involved in this other bit of real estate. Well, during that time, it was very challenging, and a lot of my competitors, they were dropping their rates and they were getting out of the business. And what I did was I said, well, you know what? I'm gonna create my own show. And at that time, we called it Wanda D TV Real Estate and More. And because I had to have an edge on presenting my product, which was real estate, to the market. So on Thursday evenings, and we called it the Wild Wild West, we would gather at the Keller Williams office, and I would do a broadcast. And in the midst of that broadcast, I brought on community leaders, other people in business, and I always supported a nonprofit because I always believe in giving back. So during that time, we built up quite a strong family of just supporters and people coming into that space. But what it did for my business was I did not cut my rates. Matter of fact, I increased my rates because I was then able to show my potential clients and customers that I had something special. And that was the birth of the I Am Enough talk show, which is now called the I Am Enough talk show. But at that time, it was Wanda D Real Estate and More. So I'm a firm believer that you have to separate yourself from the pack in order to stand out. And in a world like today, we're being flooded with all of this information. So this is why I chose to take our virtual book fair to, I would say, a level of understanding that it's not just about the book. It's about the person behind the book. So today I want you to meet some of the people behind their books. And if this kind of resonates for you and you know some authors, just tag them in so they can see what we're doing in here. So I want to encourage us, because I can't do this by myself. I want to give a shout out to anybody that's connected with the I Am Enough talk show or the Winning Evening News or Grady Baby Radio. You know, there's too many names to name individually, but you know who you are. And you know how I appreciate your support in every single thing you do for this platform. So what I want you to do is take time to share this information from wherever you're watching, whether it's Twitch TV or YouTube or whatever, and follow those channels and get to know us a little bit more. But during these next days, different people are going to be coming to you. So I want you to really, really tune in to who has your attention, and then take that relationship further. We're talking about bridging relationships and building opportunities to work together. So the very first, let me see, queens, y'all ready? I see some couple queens in the back room. Raise your hand if you're ready. Raise your hand. Yes. But don't eat up all the snacks, because it's a lot of people coming through and you don't want to eat up all the snacks. So I'm going to move out the way, because this is definitely not about me, but I wanted the time to talk to you. And as we transition, you all just keep up with us, continue to like and invite and share, and let's just have a nice time, okay? Can I get an okay? Can I get an amen? Can I get an okay? So first, let me acknowledge some people that's watching from afar. We got Yanni Caldwell watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, hey, hey. We got Vivian. What's up, Vivian? We got Amber Lyons in the building. Yes, Amber, your literature is your legacy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We got Demetria that she's checking in all the way from Miami. We got Grady Taylor in the house, and y'all know that Grady Baby Radio is also a sponsor of our event here today. We got Luella, which is also an author coming through in the next couple of days, and we got so many. Thank you guys. Thank you, Keisha Cooley, for tuning in, and thank you for supporting back there in the back room. So thank you so much, you guys. We're getting ready to get started. So let me bring on. Hey, beautiful.
Hey, how you doing?
I am doing amazing. Introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, everybody. Good morning, Queen, for giving me this opportunity and for bringing me in on the show this morning. I do feel I am enough, so thank you for confirming that.
You are definitely enough.
Well, good morning, everyone. I am Annette J. Morris. I am the owner of Go Getter LLC. And it's the vision of my business to help women to identify their God-given gifts and convert that gift into a 5 to 7 figure income generating business. So that is who I am, Ms. Wanda. So technically, I am here today to talk about the book that I published, the book that is in the book fair this week. I actually spearheaded this book with several other co-authors. I thought initially the book came to me as a vision about 2 years ago. And naturally, I was going to write the book on my own. But for some reason, I kind of prayed about it and didn't get the full vision of the book until recently, until the end of last year. And it was not supposed to be an author project. It was supposed to be a co-author project. So the title of the book is When the Ish Hits the Fan. I don't want to say the whole title.
I like the title. And you know what? I was just in the background kind of working out some technical difficulties.
Okay.
Thank you, see, because you are a true speaker. You know, if I don't show up to keep talking.
Yes. I didn't want any dead air to be there.
That's right. We don't want no dead air. We don't want no dead air. So Queen, you on the money. You a good co-host. You a good co-host. So when the shit hits the fan, see, I like to use colorful words. My alley. Okay, that's the name of the book. That's the type of name of the book. Yeah, that's it. So and somebody can put that in the chat. Put that in the chat because I like that title, and it kind of made me perk up when I said, oh, what is this about? Okay, all right. So I hear that New Orleans is
yes.
This accent.
Yes.
Check it out. So, let me ask you this. So where are you from?
I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, but I moved out of New Orleans to Slidell, Louisiana about 6 years ago.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And so you have a company and you empower women mainly. Is that who your main target is?
Yeah, that's who my target population is. It is women. Naturally, I get a few men to come in every now and then, but my actual goal and my focus is on women.
Okay. What made you choose that genre in that space of operation? Well, what led you to do that?
Empowering women?
Yes.
Because I'm a woman. It's nothing deep. But literally, I've been a full-time entrepreneur now for 10 years. And so in that 10-year process, I've been able to coach and talk with a lot of women that, they want to be entrepreneurs. They aspire to do it. They're very gifted. They just don't know how to get started, how to navigate the space. A lot of us, we have gifts. We may know how to cook and clean, whatever it may be, but we don't know how to capitalize on it as a business. And so I've gone through a lot of hurdles, even though none of my degrees are in business. All of my degrees are in psychology and counseling. But I went back and took some entrepreneurship classes so that I can learn more about how to run everything how to run my business like a business and not just like a, side hustle. And so I started kind of helping women to navigate the space. And then moved into, being a coach. I was actually a therapist. So my master's degree is in mental health therapy. And right. I wanted to get out of that space because I like to empower people without harping on the fact that, okay, you have a mental illness, all this other stuff. I feel like there's so much more to a person than just that. And so I moved out of the therapy space into the coaching space. And then it just blew up into business coaching, life coaching, those type of things. So it's always been about women from me because I was a single mother at once. I've been a divorced woman at a certain point in time. So every struggle that you can probably think of that a woman has gone through, I've probably touched base on most of them. Now, I don't want to say all of them, but a lot of them I have. So my goal, I feel like God has called me to help women to overcome various hurdles in life.
Absolutely, absolutely. Congratulations. You get the bell. You get the bell. Okay, you got a bell. She got a bell, y'all. Give her a bell. So, I like having fun, and I like doing it in a way where we bring in quality information, but we're still having fun and we're still enjoying life.
Absolutely.
When you say you got your anthology together, what are some of the hurdles that you had to go through in working on that project, and how did you handle it?
So I didn't have very many hurdles, thank God for it. So once I got over the fact that when God revealed to me, it wasn't a project just for me, it wasn't a solo project, it should be a co-author project because a lot of women have endured a lot of things. The two hurdles that we had in the process, which wasn't very big, but two of the women, this was their very first time sharing this story. So it was going to be, families, realizing some of the things that had gone on that they had just never disclosed to anyone. So just kind of had to coach them through the process of being okay with sharing their story. But as far as like the process, we really didn't have any hurdles to overcome the process, just in dealing with two of the authors that this was their first time sharing their story.
Right. Now, did you take that book? Are y'all when did the book come out?
The book was released April 24th.
April 24th. Okay, so it's hot out the market.
Yeah.
And are you doing a lot of speaking engagements as it pertains to the book?
So not yet. We do have a couple of events that are coming up this summer where we're doing book releases in different cities to promote the book further. I don't have any planned speaking engagement based on the premise of the book as of yet.
Okay, yeah, because I can imagine being is such a powerful topic. People it'll save a lot of people a lot of heartache when they can hear these stories and possibly avoid some of the things, or just know that they're not alone.
Absolutely.
They're not alone.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the reason why we wrote the book, because we wanted to share, like I told the authors, I was like, share your story, but then also tell the ladies how you came out of it, like how you overcome. So when people are in the middle of something, naturally you can encourage them by saying, okay, I was there, but then now you got to tell a person how to get out of it, right? And I feel like God allows us to go through things, not as God being like a vindictive God, but because he can use you to help deliver somebody else that's in a very similar situation.
Absolutely. And it's so important. And that's why I talk, a lot. It's so important. How important do you believe it is to build that community of trust within that cycle?
I think it's very important, because if we're not connected to anyone that can help us to get through a hard time or that we can share with someone, we kind of suffer in that thing, right? Because we're not talking about it. We're not having anyone to encourage us to come out of it. So if you're suffering, you're literally suffering in silence. That's what it pretty much is.
Right.
So it's very important to have someone that you can trust, whether it's someone that you have a personal relationship with, or either you reading the book and trust what we're telling you. You know what I mean? Like have trust on a certain level to help you move from where you are to where you want to be out of whatever that situation may be.
Absolutely. Who are your role models? Who are some of the people that you've looked up to throughout your lifetime?
Besides my mom. Yes, mom is number one. My daughter is someone else that inspired me. My daughter was born at 2 pounds 6 ounces, and she's been a fighter ever since. So she's inspired me and motivated me to keep pushing. And then I have speakers like Lisa Nichols, like Gabrielle Frank, several inspirational women I've followed along the way. Oprah Winfrey, reading her story, those type of things. So those women I have looked to, in other words, for like encouragement to be able to push me beyond trials, because all of those women have had some type of trial in their life that they've encountered and overcome it to be the success that they are today. So women like that I have definitely looked up to and have inspired me and motivated me to keep pushing.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely imperative that we always have someone that like pushes us within, and by you being in that coaching field, that's just the natural thing that you probably do for everybody that comes in contact with you.
Yes.
So what was it? And this isn't your first book, correct?
No, it's not my first book.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your book, or I should, this is my first question. What made you say yes to becoming an author in the first place?
So my very first book I released in 2012, and I just felt like something was pressing on my spirit that said I needed to write a book. And the weird thing is, I don't think I sought guidance on what I was supposed to be writing. I just knew I was supposed to be writing a book. So I started writing on my story, and I'm a person. I have to write things like physically write them for them to sink in my psyche, and then I can type it, right? And so I had two different tablets I had been writing in, and I was thinking that God wanted me to write my life story. And at some point, I just lost both tablets, right? Just lost them. I can't tell you where they went, anything. Just both of them were gone. And so I was like, okay, God, maybe that's not what you wanted me to write on. So give me some guidance. And when I prayed about it, I got complete guidance. And I'm a person that I feel like A, B, C, like you have to do things in order. But God was like, I need you to write this. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the title of the book is going to be? And he was like, just write. And so I just started writing. And once I finished writing, he dropped the title in my spirit. And then I had to go back and read everything I had written to make sure it aligned with what the title was. And it did. So sometimes God doesn't necessarily do things in the order that we think it should be done in. But I think that it's very important that you always seek spiritual guidance before you jump into any project. Because, yeah, I had to learn that the whole way.
And it's good. So you wrote your first book, and then after that you were a published author. What did it feel like when you finished your very first book?
It was just really exciting for me. I did the first book. I did the national. I did the book release, and it was all exciting. It was like, it was something that had never been done in my family. So a lot of things that I've accomplished had never been accomplished in my family at all. I'm a first-time college graduate. I'm a first entrepreneur. I'm the first author. So just continuing to get those firsts is always exciting. But to be able to write a book, a lot of people that were connected to me was like, I've always wanted to write a book. What did you do? Those type of things. So I was able to even give them guidance on, how to navigate the space and everything, right? So it was just exciting. And it just kind of gave me the courage to continue to write. So at this point, now I have 5 authored books and 5 co-author projects.
Awesome. Can we find it? Now we have your website. Is all of your information housed under there, or where will we go? Is there other places to go and check it out?
So most of my books are on Amazon.com. The very first one, I don't think it's still in print, but it's called Conquering the Enemy. It may still be on Amazon. I haven't looked at that one in quite some time. But the rest of them are definitely on Amazon. A few of them are on my website, which is the ones that I have in my possession. Definitely the latest releases as well. So yeah, most of them can be found on Amazon.
What are some I like that. What are some words of encouragement you can give to somebody that's sitting right on the edge of being obedient to writing their book?
Just write. Stop overthinking it. Just sit down and write.
Somebody down in the comments. Just write.
Just write. I mean, stop overthinking it and just write. A lot of things I've worked with authors throughout the years as well. And then a lot of them are like, well, I don't have time to write. My thing is, if you carve out 30 minutes a day, every day, and just write a part of the book, write 2 paragraphs, whatever it is, the more you write, the easier it'll get. Because one of the things you're telling yourself you don't have time because you're fearful. You're afraid, right? But the more you write, the easier it will get for you to write. And then you won't have that fear of writing. You just have to start it, right? Start it. Just do it.
Exactly. So y'all hear that? Just right. That's the tip. That's the tip. Y'all got that? Yeah, that's her tip. Just right. Now y'all got to keep up with these tips, because there will be a quiz at the end of the day. And make sure that you put the tip to the person. It's going to be like a puzzle, and you're going to have to say, that's right.
Who said
that? Okay. Yeah, they're gonna have to play along. So Queen, I really appreciate you for coming into this space. I really want look forward to the opportunity to talk to you some more, because I know that we will. I think we may be related. I got people, I'm from New Orleans, I got family in New Orleans. So some research. I got to really do some research, but
yes.
But one last thing before I let you go.
Uh-huh.
If you could drop one word, one empowering word,
Mm-hmm.
what would that word be?
Fulfillment.
Y'all write that down.
Fulfillment.
Fulfillment. And that's a
Mm-hmm.
powerful word too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very
Yeah.
powerful word.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful word. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you so much.
You're
Um,
welcome.
if anybody wants to get in touch with this queen, her Gmail email is down there. So please send her an email and just say that you found her on the I Am Enough talk show, and whatever your point of purpose is, whether you want some coaching, whether you want to just connect with her in her business, whether you want to purchase her book or whatever it is, send her an email. This is a teaching moment. I do not want y'all dropping in her inbox. I want you to take the time out to send an email. People do business through emails, not inboxes. I just, that was in my spirit. I don't know where that I don't know where that came from. But the word today is fulfillment. And she said that if you are out there wanting to be an author, all you have to do is just do it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I thank you so much for your time. I look
Thank
forward
you.
to, if you want to hang around, you can. If you don't, I understand. But I gotta bring on our next queen is coming up. So guys, please give Miss Annette lots of love. Send her lots of comments. Send her lots of information. She was great here on our I Am Enough talk show. Our book fair tour is in motion, and I hope that you all got a lot of information from what she did. I know I did. I can't wait to go back and rewatch the recording. So before I bring on our next beautiful author, I want to play something for you. We just finished a collaboration. It was called Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option. And it was our volume 2. And we have a lot of talent on our team. And one of our teammates, our co-authors, she's also a singer-songwriter. So I want you to take a listen to this song that she wrote, and then you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. But if you give it a thumbs down, you might get booted off. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's go.
You gotta take time out to focus on you. Don't take on any tasks that don't belong to you. It's a perfect day to make a change. Gotta put the brakes on anything that get in your way. No time to second guess. You gotta put your trust in God and walk by faith. It's time to change your life. Know what you want and apply. Go far beyond than just try. Goodbye to yesterday. Today is the day to claim your destiny. Just clap your hands if you understand. Just clap your hands if you understand.
Hey, that was just clapping my hands because I understand. You understand, Queen?
Yes, I love that song.
Well, thank you. Gave it a thumbs up.
Yes, I especially love Don't Take On Any Task That Doesn't Belong to You. I really enjoyed that.
Isn't that awesome? Yes. So welcome, Queen. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
I so much appreciate you being here. Let me just swap out some stuff right quickly. And I'm having a ball. I was just so excited. I just had to come on early just to get the team round up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just move out the way right quick so you can introduce. Please tell everybody who you are. Tell them just a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to get into our discussion.
Buenos tardes, everybody. My name is Dayan Arajo. I write under the pen name Day Arajo. I am a romance author. I'm also a retired Air Force major, and I'm a wife and mother of 4 boys. Writing has always been something that has been near and dear to my heart. I started writing when I was 11 years old, but it wasn't until I want to say around 2017 that I finally just really pushed myself to go forth and publish my first book. And then after that, a few years later, I recently published my second romance novel, The Kaibo's Wife, which was released in February 26th of this year. So I'm enjoying it. I'm loving life.
And I love that. I love that your book, like, I'm not the author that has time to develop characters. So I'm always impressed when people have, take that real thing and develop characters. And you said this is your second book, correct?
Yes, this is my second book.
And you've been writing since you were 12.
11, yeah.
And where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Mississippi, Corinth, Mississippi, small town in the northeastern part, not that far from Memphis. My dad was Air Force, so technically I'm a military brat. I can't really lay claim to too many places, but after I retired from the Pentagon, my family and I relocated to Miami. So I'm currently in the sunny Miami, Florida area.
Wow, Queen, you used to work at the Pentagon?
Yes.
Now wait, let me tell you a funny story, right? So on my downtime, I like to watch movies, and I watch espionage and spy movies. So I'm like a fan of like Pentagon movies and movies with a lot of, is it real or is it isn't, like the look behind the Iron Curtain and all that kind of. So I just find that that's cute that, that you did that. And I love movies like that.
It was one of my greatest assignments. I really enjoyed being at the Pentagon, just being in that environment and feeling like I was doing something not only for, my career, but also for the nation. So it was great.
Yeah. So how long were you there?
I was at the Pentagon from 2006 to about 2015.
Okay. Wow. You put in some time. Being that you was raised like the military, on the military base, is that what kind of festered that sense of country in you?
Yes, it definitely did. Just watching my father serve, just watching him put on the uniform, being around other military members, I knew at a young age that I wanted to join the Air Force. I knew I wanted to be in the Air Force as much as I wanted to be a writer. As a matter of fact, I think I tried to join the Air Force at the age of 12, but they turned me down, told me I had to wait until I was 17. But I did. When I graduated from the University of Southern Mississippi, I got my commission as a second lieutenant, and I started doing my own service from there. And I miss it. I enjoyed every moment of it.
Absolutely. So, and you have family?
I do. I have a awesome husband. He's a Dominican, which is kind of funny because I do write, Asian romance, and my husband's like, he's half Dominican, half Chinese. I don't know how that mixture came to be, but that's him. And we have 4 beautiful boys. One has special needs. And so that was one of the reasons why I decided to just do my 20 and dedicate a lot of my time to taking care of my 18-year-old who does have a rare genetic condition that requires full-time support.
Okay, awesome. And that's such I say mothers that take care of special needs children are double special. I think motherhood itself is special, but to have that is just something amazing. I've always just admired the courage that it takes, because sometimes you end up losing a lot. So some people don't understand what you have to go through, and you just have to be there, because that love is just something that's just can never ever be matched. And so let's jump in. And did you tell me where you were from?
Yeah. So again, I'm from a small town in Mississippi. It's called Corinth, but I currently reside in Miami.
Okay, in Miami. So you're in Miami.
I'm
So
in Miami.
in Miami, you gotta look up Demetria, one of our
I do. I need to find.
she's visiting now.
I need to find some like-minded writers and people in the area. So definitely.
Yeah, well, I just was that was a joke because she's just visiting there this weekend.
Oh man.
Back in Atlanta, so you have to come to Atlanta and hang out with us. But I do know a few folks that's not they're not in Miami, but they are in Florida.
Mhm.
Tell us about this book. This seems like an exciting book. Did you want to read some to us, or how did you want to do it?
Well, actually, I definitely wanted to talk to you guys about it. I got the idea for the Kyble's Wife right at the start of the pandemic. Um, I love to watch Korean and Asian dramas, and it was something that I kind of just fell upon after suffering a miscarriage back in 2016. So this was my way of coping and really, I guess you could say trying to push it to the side because it was kind of a painful period for me. But I got into Korean dramas. My oldest son loves anime, and so we would start watching live anime. And the story for the Kyble's Wife came to me again at the start of the pandemic, and the characters just flowed. They came to me quickly, and where it took me, I want to say where it took me 10 years to write and publish my first book, which happened to be my MFA thesis. The Kyble's Wife just flowed, and I'm so proud of it. Very excited about it. And I hope you guys get a chance to read it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and you said it was like a healing tool for you. It
Yeah.
helped. Yeah, and I think, do you find that writing in general is very therapeutic?
For me, it is. I've always been a journaler. If you come into my house, you will see stacks of journals because I love to just be able to pour out my heart and my feelings onto the page. I find when and I believe the last guest Annette said it, when we hold that pain in, we end up suffering in silence. And so journaling for me has always been an outlet for me to be able to pour out those feelings, even the feelings of, and I really appreciate you saying what you said about, mothers with special needs. I really do believe God gives us that double portion to be able to make it through the day. And so even being able to pour out my feelings, the frustrations of seeing my son go through the ravages of this disease, journaling has helped me. Even writing the Kyble's Wife helped me because in most of my books I try to add a young character that's usually the main character's child, and through writing that character, I'm able to pour out that love and also just that fierce sense of protection that I have for them.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it's just amazing when I listen to people, like yourself and many other people that I've had been fortunate enough to interview and talk to, how there's just this circle of love that we offer in everything that we do. So we're like just touching one life, touches another life, and it's just a beautiful thing when you can express that, in a book. Your literature is your legacy. That's our theme slogan for.
I love that.
So everybody write that down. Your literature is your legacy. I want to just encourage everybody to if there is a book sitting on your shelf or sitting in your heart, then now is the time for you to act on it. And you spoke of something very interesting. You said during pandemic, which was people wasn't expecting this. This was one of those major disruptors that came along. It forced us to take a look at life differently.
Yes.
Did anything occur during this time that you just maybe wouldn't have done if it was life as usual?
Oh, I definitely probably would have pushed the Kyble's Wife book off because my first book, I actually went through a traditional publisher. So for the Kyble's Wife, I knew I wanted to self-publish. But had the pandemic not have occurred, I would have put it on the back burner and came up with so many excuses not to do it. But because we had that time in the house, I had my kids, they were doing their own virtual schooling. It forced me to be even more proactive for my own work. And that's what encouraged me to just get it written, find me a great editor, a formatter who was able to get it on Amazon for me. And I went from there.
Absolutely. So what's next, Queen? What do you have lined up next?
Well, my next book, which is going to be the sequel to my first book, Need You Now, it's called Love Me Now. It's coming out in August. I'm looking forward to that one. It's currently with my editor. And then I'm planning on the sequel to The Kaibol's Wife, which, by the way, Kaibol in Korean is just another name for a CEO. It's when you think of when you think of the CEO, yeah. When you think of the CEO of Samsung, IG, or Hyundai, those guys are Kaibols. Okay, they're heirs to conglomerates. So this kind of gives you an idea that it's going to be like a billionaire romance involving multicultural, strong characters. So the sequel to this book, I'm planning right now either a December or January release date.
I love that. So y'all got that? Y'all got that? Say I got that. Everybody saying they love you. Got tons of comments. So again, we are inside of the where are we, Queen? We're doing the book fair, right?
Yes. The first international summer book fair.
Summertime book fair. You right here. So wherever you're watching, please like, invite, and share. With this amazing queen. And my question to everybody is going to be this. It's going to be, what would you say to somebody that's sitting on that fence and having
I'm like Annette. Just write it. Just do it.
You can't do her talking. You got to tell them something.
Yes. Because seriously, so many times we miss out on so many great opportunities because we allow fear to keep us from just taking that leap of faith. And you got to do it. Put that fear aside and do it. What's the worst thing that can happen? I mean, it doesn't, or it does. And so you'll never know if you don't take that step. And I'm so glad that I have a circle of people who support me, my mom, my brothers, even my husband. This man totally believes that one day I'm going to be a New York Times bestseller, and I'm holding to that word. So, just do it. Don't allow fear to stop you. Fear can be it has this stagnating power, and it keeps you from being your greater self.
It does. And so I know that this talk is going to inspire people to take action. And this is the whole intention, to move our dreams around, into manifestation. So I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to that. And I just have to, before I ask you this other question, you mentioned that it took you 10 years to write that first book. And I know that was just because you were in your way. It doesn't take 10 years. The book, and for people, I've met people that said something like, I have 3 books and I haven't published any of them. After you write it, get published. You got to publish it. And you spoke about, your editor. How important is it that you have a great editor? And what's the benefits and what's some of the qualifications in a good editor?
That's actually a great question. In addition to being a published author, I'm also a freelance editor. So I have my own freelance editing company called Literary MD. But even me as an editor, I still seek out a quality editor who's not only going to just do the spell check. They're going to click spell check or click Grammarly and see if the grammar is correct or the spelling's correct. A good editor is going to really get into the story, see if there are any plot holes that need to be fixed, make sure that the story arc, the characters are likable characters, that they make sense. And a good editor is going to ensure that the overall story is where it needs to be. And I try to tell that to people. A lot of authors that are coming out who want to get into self-publishing, they really kind of want to, I just want to find, a nice, affordable editor and go forward. Be careful of that. Make sure they give you a sample edit and make sure they have the skills, not just, the grammatical skills, but they have that storytelling experience to ensure that your stories can be all that it can be.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there, Queen. And I like the fact that you are and you are, by you being an editor, like how to select one, what to look for, and make sure, and I want to say this to everybody that's watching, make sure you connect with our authors. It's a reason why they're here, and it's not just about their book. You see, she can help you in your process of writing. She can help you develop a story. She probably can sit down with you and give you some pointers on tips on way to go, because a lot of times as an author or beginning author or even a seasoned author, you get kind of caught up in your own thought process. And I see us really building a community where we can call on each other and kind of get that vibe back and forth of, what do you think about this? And how hard is it to tell people that their story isn't as good as they think it is?
It's not hard. It's all in the delivery. Now, I've had people who just have been very harsh, and they kind of give you like a gut punch. But I prefer to season it with, compassion and kindness. But I want the author to have the best book. If they're going to put something out there and it has their name on it, I want them to be proud of their final product. So for me, it's not hard. It's just making sure you do it in a way that's professional and respectful. And so that's what I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy sitting down with writers and telling them, hey, this is where this can be fixed right here. You may want to go on this route. If this is your goal, this is what you should do. And I leave it up to the author, because ultimately it's their baby and they get to decide what they want to do with it.
Right. That's good. I like you. You my kind of queen. You gonna put some little sugar on it, but you still. But it's just gonna be a little.
I'm gonna tell you, yeah. And then we learned that in the military. It's called the positive sandwich. You give them good news, give them the bad news, and then end it with some good news. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, but I'm gonna wrap it up in some positivity.
Absolutely. So next you working on your part 2 of your other book, and plus this one as well. And what would be that one word that you could share with our viewers today?
That one word would be press. Just keep pressing forward.
Pressure. I'll write that down and write down who you heard it from, because I'm telling you, it's gonna be a quiz in the end. So,
good luck on the quiz, y'all.
You say just do it, and you gotta press.
Yes.
Press.
You gotta press through it. You gotta press through your own insecurities. You gotta press through your fears. You gotta press through the naysayers. There are gonna be people out there who you think are in your corner who are gonna tell you, well, maybe you should do something else. If you know this is what you want to do, whether it's writing, going into small business, you're gonna have to press through all of that in order to see that dream fulfilled.
Absolutely. I have enjoyed this time. I really want you to come back. If you're not, if you're free on a Sunday, I'm gonna send a notification out to everybody, because I just want to do a nice little recap, especially with some of the ones that are really, really, really into that go-getting atmosphere of, letting people know what's up, letting them know how important it is for us to follow our dreams, to follow our commitment. This is a nice opportunity, guys, for you to reach out to these individuals, because as I said before, these are the people that have done it. They've done it. They're not thinking about publishing their book. Their book is already published. You can already go to Amazon and get you a copy. Then you can sit back and enjoy reading it and thinking about your own creativity in that matter. So, Queen, I just want to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Yes, and you're more than welcome to hang around. If not in the green room, I know you didn't eat up all the snacks, because Baird is there now. She said she's She so she's good to go, and just continue to support us. Continue to support the I Am Enough Talk Show. Definitely a community of givers. We want everybody to win. We want to make a difference. We want to know that we're making a difference. So if you could go on there and leave us some nice comments, or just, encourage other people to hang out with us. And if you know of any authors that may be looking for opportunity to promote, we are doing, and this is for everybody, we're already in planning for our fall first harvest book fair. Yes.
Nice.
And I'm excited about that because I just enjoy doing what I do, which is listen to y'all. So thank you so much, Queen, and
Thank you.
And y'all give her some lots of love, lots of hearts, and make sure you go back and follow any of the comments because you got plenty comments.
Thank you.
So everybody, I want you to take a deep breath because I need to take a deep breath. I'm so excited. I mean, isn't this exciting? Isn't this exciting when you're able to just listen to the magic behind the story? You didn't know that she had all that stuff going on. And sometimes, people use things for excuses. They'll say, well, I got this going on and I got that going on and I'm traveling and I'm working five times a day, or I'm working 1,000 hours. And then yet you'll meet some of the most incredible people that have a lot of stuff going on, but yet they still manage to make it happen. And that's why I am in the seat that I'm in, because I enjoy listening to the individuals that enjoy making it happen. So can y'all say make it happen? Say make it happen. If you are watching from YouTube, I want you to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so when we go live, you'll get those notifications. If you're on Facebook watching, thank you so much. From any of the pages, if you're on Grady Baby Radio, thank you so much for it's also our partner, our friend, our pal over there at Grady Baby. And like I said, the Winnie Evening News is on as well. The I Am Enough Talk Show is popping, and we're all here winning, right? So I'm just going to keep this party going. If you got some good stuff from the two authors that have come to you so far, say good stuff, say good stuff. Somebody told me to breathe. Yeah, I'm breathing. Did somebody tell me to breathe? Yeah, I'm breathing. I'm so excited. And y'all know I'm high strung anyway. So I'm just going to take me a little sip of water, okay? I got a song I wanted to play for y'all, too. Hold on for a second. Let me see what my time looking like. Let me see. Yeah, I got a few seconds. I got a few seconds to burn. So, and this is what I want you to remember, too. Now, as we keep going through this process of bringing you authors and you talking to them, make sure that you connect with them. Make sure that you give them a financial blessing with purchasing their book, following them. You'll get a chance to meet coaches that's in the coaching space. You'll be meeting authors that, they have side businesses. They got all this kind of stuff going on. And as a community, we have to support one another, right? We have to pay attention to how we're moving and why we're moving and what we're moving for. So this is why we do what we do here at the I Am Enough Talk Show, which is bring you these individuals that can just do more for you than you can do on your own, because you don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do all this heavy lifting alone. You don't have to wear all of these hats. Y'all seen that commercial, right? Where the guy have on all these hats and he take off the hat. And he's like, I got a hat for this and a hat for that and a hat for this. And I'm going to come on there one day and do that too, because I want to do it, because that's what I want to do. So we don't have to do that though. We can trust that if you say that you do that, then we can give you a shot and let you do that. Now, if you mess it up, okay, I'm going to talk about that too, but not right now, because we have to learn how to be forgiving. We forgive everybody else but ourselves, and we forgive everybody else but the people that look like us. And we need to stop doing that, y'all. We need to get over that. And I ain't gonna get off on no tangent because y'all know I'll be like, then turn this into something else. This supposed to be the I Am Enough National First Summertime Book Fair, and that's what it is. So that's how I'm gonna keep it. My twin on one shoulder saying, "Give it to him, tell him," but then the other one said, "Calm down, calm down, calm down." So I'm calming down. So I'm gonna bring our other special guest. Y'all ready? She's amazing. She's beautiful. She's gonna come on here and introduce herself. Thank you guys for the comments. I cannot keep up with the comments, but thank you. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. And if this is touching you in a certain way, and if you say you've been putting something off, yeah, I see you. If y'all been putting something off, like starting that business or writing that book or taking those lessons to learn how to bungee jump or skydive or learn how to fly a plane or learn a new language, that's what the I Am Enough talk show represents. That you, yes, you are enough to get it done, son. That's the New Yorker in me coming out, but I'm not from New York. What up, though? All right. So that's what I gotta say, and I'm gonna stick to what I gotta say. All right. So I hope y'all enjoying yourself. I'm enjoying myself. Y'all have blessed me in such a way that words cannot describe. Just being able, given the opportunity to come on in here. So I'm gonna bring up our next author, and so she can introduce herself. What's up, Queen?
Hello. How are you?
I am just amazingly blessed to have you with me today. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move out the way so you can talk to the people, get them a little bit of who you are.
Okay.
Tell them where you're from, and then I'm gonna join you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I hope that so far you are enjoying the show. I am RK Barrett. I am from North Carolina. I am the author of Ruby Joins the Choir. I am so excited and so thankful to be a part of the I Am Enough talk show today. Because I am enough and you are enough, and any dream, any goal that you have is enough. So we're here today and we're just going to talk about my book. If you have any questions, or if I have any questions for you guys, we're just going to talk and we're going to have fun. And I'm so excited for being a part of this.
Awesome! I love it. You are so amazing, Queen. You are so amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you
For being here. And we have our children's book. So y'all, we didn't been blessed. We didn't started off with what did we start off with? When the shit hits the fan. Then we went to the Child's Wife. We're going to talk about Ruby Joins the Choir. Right?
Yes.
So this is beautiful. I'm loving this time, and it's just getting started. So I'm gonna need y'all to make sure that y'all sending lots of high vibrations into the space. If you're watching from Facebook or YouTube or Twitch TV or wherever you're watching from, any of the Facebook platforms that we're on, drop some hearts down there, drop some love, raise the vibration. I'll catch it. I'll get it, because trust me, I need it, and so does this queen right here. So I know you're in Carolina, and I almost had you live, right? Because you were ready to come see me.
I was ready to come. I was ready to be a part of it, spread the love, feel the vibes. I was ready.
I know. But you know what? In the fall, now already we putting the word out already. In the fall, we're going to come back and we're going to share some great space, face to face, together. But we're making this virtual experience work. We're rocking it out, because that's what we do. This is magic happening. This is magic. So tell us now, what are you doing besides writing books?
Oh, a lot. As you read in my bio in the book, I'm also a paralegal. So I get to, suit up tight and walk straight sometimes. But when I'm not, I tell everybody that I'm literally the project queen. I'm pretty sure I have a project. You check with me anytime, any day throughout the year. There is a project going on somewhere. I do love designing and making clothing. I do have my own business doing that, and also helping my daughters out. My daughters are 9 and 10, and they have their own little business. So I'm usually pretty busy just doing something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. And so is that what inspired you to become a children's writer, author? Is it because of the little girls?
They
What inspired
definitely
that?
pushed it. I knew that I wanted to write books. I love writing, like ever since I was young. I did think about the children's books, but I also thought, oh, I'm gonna write suspense and action and just fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, my daughters, they actually inspired me to kind of light the fuel on the fire. So I was, as the conversation previously, I was that person that just put it on the shelf. I
Okay.
just come up with all these ideas and everything I want to write, just stick it on the shelf and collect dust. And my daughter actually sparked the move. You know, she jumpstart. She gave me a jump start. My oldest daughter, she said she wanted to be a writer. She said, I'm going to write books, mommy, and it's going to be by Dr. Madison Barrett. So I said, oh, okay. And so I thought, let me just figure out, you know, like us moms do, how we can make it easier for them.
For them, right.
She would need to take, what doors she would need to have open, and just help any way that I could. And that's what really kind of started me getting on that journey of getting it done. And when I got ready to write Ruby Joins the Choir, I didn't even know that that's what I was going to have. I just started writing and it came to me, and then I had the vision, and it just happened.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Who inspired you to become a writer?
Um, I would just say it's something I just kind of picked up at school. I was one of those ones that either it's so weird because either you're full on math or you're full on English and writing, and I was full on English and writing. And then just kind of growing up and doing like that. And my mom, she teaches. And so it was always, you know, what are you reading? What are you writing? Make sure it makes sense. Make sure you can express yourself. Make sure that whatever it is that you're feeling, you're able to articulate it to bless someone else. And so just from that, I just kind of really picked up on writing and really like doing so.
That's great. That's great. And now you do the same for your daughters. Because it's so important when they, especially when they come to you and they tell you what they want to do, then it's like your responsibility. I say that that's really the only responsibility as a parent is to follow the direction of your child, because they come here and a lot of times we try to dump on what we want them to do instead of listening to them of what they want to do. So take us through the journey of writing this book. How easy or how difficult was it for you to do it? And then what are some of the things that you had to overcome, if anything?
Okay. You know, I would say that number one, what's for you is for you. And when you have a vision and when you've been given a gift, you will find that sometimes, yes, it's challenging and it's hard, but when it's really there, it's already given to you. And like I said, I did not know that, hey, I'm going to write Ruby Joins the Choir. I didn't sit down and do that. To be honest, the book was written in about 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just the writing of it. And I remember one day the name Ruby, it was just Ruby. That was in my head. I was like, what is this? Well, okay, that's really cute. And then I sat down and I started to write just the main meats of it. And then from there, the story just kind of just connected. And it really connected to myself because I grew up in church. I grew up singing. My kids grew up singing. My mom grew up singing. You know, and a lot of us remember going to church with grandma, going to church with mom, you know,
Absolutely.
and if you didn't want to sing, you had to get up there and sing anyway.
Right.
You know, that like really was easy for me to just kind of relate and release that. And just be creative with it to touch others. So writing it was simple. The process, however, because I am traditionally published, was a little bit more extensive. It took a year or two to kind of get it released and perfect, because you got to make sure what you're going to put out is your best quality. Because every gift or message that you're giving out, it matters on how you're going to present it, because you want it to be received well.
Right.
One of the main challenges that I had to deal with was patience. Because initially I thought, I'm going to self-publish this. And then, like I said, God always has a plan, and he set up. I did not know that a family friend was a publisher, a Black female publisher. And I thought, wow, oh my goodness. But one thing that they taught me was have patience. I'm like, I'm ready to get it done. I'm ready to finish the book. And we had to go through editing and all the different processes. And it would be, no, we need to do this again. Or no, we need to do that again. And also a perfectionist. I was with that, but I was also so ready to get it done. So that would have been the main challenge, is just having patience, and letting someone else have control. That too, top two, letting someone else have control, because for me, it was my baby. It was my vision. It was my story. It was my writing. And just being able to release that to someone else to tell me what we can do, when we can do it, how we can do it, that was a challenge, but we overcame.
Right. So you at first you were going to self-publish, and then you switched it over and decided to go through a publishing company?
Yes, because this is my first book, and I didn't know. There are a lot of authors who maybe want to do this and they don't know all the information, and I did not know. So I looked into self-publishing. I spent countless hours researching what I needed to do, how I needed to do it, the financial cost behind it, which was pretty expensive. And then, like I said, as I was talking about it to my cousin, actually, she said, well, so-and-so is a publisher. And it just kind of went from there. And it's been an amazing journey. And it's Twin Attic Publishing House. And like I said, it's just, it was a better choice for me. And I felt better doing that for myself, because they were able to educate me on what to do and the best way to do it. And to make sure that we had like a really good quality work.
I love that, because I think about that, a lot of times we kind of get in our own way, or we don't trust the process. So you spoke of two things, which is trust the process. After you hire somebody, trust what they say, and then follow instructions.
Trust but verify.
Yeah,
that's how I always say.
Trust but verify. I love it. And your mom is watching. She says she's so proud of you.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, she says she's so proud of you. And Keisha Cooley said that she loved the transparency, because a lot of, we don't really want to tell people like all of the information, like just give them a snippet. And that's what I'm hoping, that out of listening to a lot of these amazing authors, that people can grab something that they needed from that one particular person, or everything that they needed. You just never know. But the fact that you're coming on here to give it up.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's a big deal, because a lot of times we don't want to share all of the information. So for that, I really, really commend you, and I appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
What's next? This is the first book, but what's next?
Well, this is the first of a series, so I do plan to do at least a 7-book series on Ruby.
Ooh,
I plan and I pray. We'll see what God allows, but just really kind of coming up with the next journey for you guys, because I want you to grow with Ruby. I want you to love Ruby. I want Ruby to be that kid, that extra kid that comes over for dinner, and you're gonna know that she's coming. So I'm really excited about that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I gotta get Ruby in my house for my baby.
Yes, please. Everyone needs Ruby. She's adorable.
I know.
Look at that adorable little face. Come on now.
He is absolutely stunning. Well, Queen, I hope that you've had a great time on this journey with us
Yes.
through the process of I Am Enough talk show, through our book process of promoting, because it's not over. And what people don't know about us is this is just the beginning. Coming on to this in this space is just the beginning. You all will be seeing more of her. You'll see her talking, her sharing. We'll invite you back so then you can give a more detail. We can keep up with Ruby. And you want to tell them anything about the book, like outside of any special little things in the book you want to share with them before we get out of here?
About the current book.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I would like to tell you to go and buy the book.
Okay.
Purchase the book. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble. It's on my website coming across the screen, rkbearauthor.com. And I would like to share, there is a dedication to my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, in this book. My grandma is the Grammy in the book that drug us to church and made us sing it right. And you better get it right. And so
you don't make me make you sing. You know that, right?
When you get that that side eye, and you better get it right. So that was my grandmother. So for me, it's very special. Just like I said, we were talking about putting things on the shelf. We were talking about knowing that we're enough. We were talking about being able to support, like you said, when a child says they want to do something. In this book, you're going to see that. You're going to see that Ruby is a child. She's gleaming with glee of what she wants to do, her passion. She tells Grammy, listens to her and supports that decision on what she wants to do and pushes her, because she also thought to put it on the shelf. She was a little bit nervous, just like I was nervous before coming on today. Before we do anything, but with the push and with the courage and the support of friends, family, I mean, she was able to accomplish her goal. And that's the message that I want to send to everyone, that you can do anything you put your mind to, absolutely anything. And you are more than enough.
You are more than so, Queen. I can't even ask you my question because I don't know which one you're going to use. We're playing this game, right? So I'm still going to ask you, what would the one thing you would say to somebody that has put their dream book, whatever, on the shelf? What could you encourage them to do? What would you say to them?
I was going to be a little silly, but I was going to say, use your mommy voice. Look, use your mommy voice. Say, go get it. Go get it right now. Go get it right now.
Okay.
Take it down.
I like that.
Go get it. That's all I would say. All I would say is go get it.
And Granny gave you.
But no, seriously, go get it, because if I can real quick, a lady in the store, I ran across her and told her about the book. She said she wanted to write also, but she didn't think it would be good enough. Go get it. Whatever it is you put on that shelf, pull it down. Because if you feel like, well, they might not accept it or they might not receive it, it's going to touch someone. And if not, anyone in the world is going to touch yourself. And like the previous author said, it encouraged her and helped her through whatever she was dealing with. Sometimes writing isn't for everyone else. It's for you. It's for you to express, for you to do whatever it is that is inside of you and express and release that. So please, whatever you do, remember, you can do anything you put your mind to. You are more than enough. And whatever you put up on that shelf, go get it. Go get it.
Go get it. So that's her thing. So remember, you heard, go get it. Now, Queen, lastly, that one word that you want to leave our viewers with, that one word of encouragement.
Persistence.
Got it. Y'all write that down. Go get it.
Go get it. With the side eye.
Get it. Persistent. Yeah, that can go to get too. Do that again, Queen.
Go get it.
So This has been great. I want you to know that you're more than welcome to hang around, share, invite, like, let everybody know what's going on. We have so much more people today over the next how many days we rocking out? Like 6 days, six
Yes.
days strong. I'm for strength. So y'all make sure y'all send me lots of strength because I need it. Queen, I just want you to know I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yes. Back to you. Back to you. I'm so proud of you. And I'm so looking forward to the reveal of the life of Ruby, because this is
Yes.
definitely the life of Ruby. And for us, and I'm just gonna put out another call for us. We have to support one another. We have to look around and say, how can I add value into other people? And how you can add value into this queen here is to purchase her book, connect with her, reach out to her, send her an email, and just say, hey, I really enjoyed you. Tell me more about your other services or businesses or whatever. Tell me more about your daughters and what they have going on, and how can we support. Kings and queens out there watching, we got to be very strategic about how we circulate our dollars, and we have to be very intentional about the impact that we can make on each other. So I'm looking forward to our continued relationship, and I can't wait to see you in the fall. If I don't see you before then, can't wait to see you in the fall to our next upcoming experience, because it's not just going to be a book fair. It's got to be a little more twists and turns to it, because
Okay.
that's how we keep winning. That's how we keep winning. So, Queen, again, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
stopping by today.
I really appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. Keep coming back. Guys, please drop down some love in the room. Drop down some love in the room now. People are running behind, and I don't know what's going on, but the party keeps going, and I'm enough, so that's a fact. But if you have gotten anything out of this talks for so far, just put down, I got it, man. I'm overwhelmed. I'm feeling really great, really, really energized, because this is what it's all about. This is living. This is living. This is living in the now, not the future, not the past, but the now, but the right now. Do you feel the energy of those three dynamic authors that came before you? You feel their excitement, their emotion. If you are supposed to be coming in between the window of 12 to 2, just come on in. Just come on in now, because don't wait until your exact time to be here. Okay, that's what I want to let you know. Yeah, her word was fulfillment. Well, not her word, but one of our words was fulfillment, and that touched me so much, because Tony Robinson always talks about we want to live a life of fulfillment. That's a word that he definitely always talks about. And when you realize that this is it, I did a talk earlier, and I was talking about how time is not negotiating with you all. Time doesn't care about your big toe hurting, or time doesn't care. Time doesn't care about anything. Time keeps ticking. So it's like, what do you do in that time? Well, one thing that I've been blessed to be is a part of some amazing books, and I want to share my first book with you right now. And my first book that I wrote was, and I could relate to something taking 10 years, 20 years. I don't know how long it took me to write I Am Enough, but when I decided to get it done, it was done. And this book right here is a book of poetry and affirmations. Very, very powerful. But I remember one night, it was New Year's Eve. I was over to my friend's house. Shout out to Salima Abdullah King. I was over to her house, and I had my notebook of poems, big stack of poems, and we decided to categorize them, like put them in different sections. Oh, that's love, that's that's like heartache, that's this, that's this. I'll never forget that, because we sat down there on the New Year's Eve, and we was doing that, and we were working, and we were putting that out. We was just separating that. And before you knew it, I had stacks of different categories. Then I said, wow, that's it. And then the name was not always the name. It was going to be something else. I played around with the holding my stiletto and this, that, and the third. But at that point, what happened was I went to a journal that I had, a vision journal, and I had wrote down, I am enough, like umpteen times. I think it was about 18 times. I used to know the count in my mind. I just have to go because I still have the journal. And I wrote that down, and I said, that's the name. Well, it was because of where I found myself at in that place in my life, and I just want to read something to you right quick if I can. And now you keep in mind, this book is old. Book is I think I first released this book. Let's see, I can look in here and tell you, in 2015. So this book was released in 2015. It is still one of my best sellers because I am enough is always relatable to everybody. That's like a universal language. My male clients, they cling to that. We kind of walk around saying like, yeah, I'm enough today, So it's a universal message. It's a message of hope that can drop into anybody's spirit. But I just want to share with you at the time of what my author message was, because I think that this is just a little glimpse about who you're looking at, who you're checking out. So this is my author message. It said, I have finally found the courage to reveal to you that there are broken bones and unforgivable memories in my closet. Memories so painful that I didn't even know that they were being suppressed. My attitude has always been to smile and get over it and just keep moving. I sincerely believe that this ancestral spirit has been embedded in most women of color. And I was no different. This spirit had become my Achilles heel. We are taught to be strong, resourceful, forgive, and above all, to serve. And to serve everyone else first. And believe me, I was good at it. I was good at playing the role. I had discounted myself to the point that my cup was bone dry and I had nothing left to contribute. The smiles that I wore, they weren't a lie, but they just didn't tell the entire story. Since I can remember, writing poetry has always been my coping mechanism. And however, it wasn't until I found myself depressed, bankrupt, homeless, and just freaking tired that I really began to write. I was exhausted. I didn't want to make another sales call, meet another client, or organize another event. Hell, I just wanted to give up on life. You see, I didn't want to smile. In fact, I couldn't. All I could do was write. So that is exactly what I did. Now, once I made the decision to be still and write, it literally changed my life. It freed me. This book is my breakthrough. It completely allowed me to identify with my full potential, dropping all labels and just getting on with living a happy life. It felt as though I had finally given birth to a baby that I had carried for over 20 years. And I finally got the time to deliver my baby in my delivery room. You see, in writing this book, my goal is to bless my readers with the spirit of knowing that they are enough. You are enough to pursue happiness in all areas of your life. You are enough to withstand any challenge that you will face. You are enough to celebrate your own victory. I pray that this book gives you the courage and the strength to deliver your own baby. So, in peace and blessings. So I wrote this book, and like I explained my process and how I did it. And first copyright edition was in 2015. So that then became like a message of my everything I do, because I do believe this, that it's our work, WORK. It's not about a job, it's your work. My work is presenting, showing up in the world as that I am enough, and that I can surround myself with people, and we can help other people feel that same energy, that same excitement. That's why we have the I Am Enough talk show. That's why we do the things we do, Wake Up Winning. It's all to represent of a knowing that whatever it is, we can do it. We can do it together. So I just want to thank everybody for coming in again today. We're keeping it going. If you're on YouTube, thank you so much. Please hit that subscribe button. If you're watching from the I Am Enough 365 page, thank you so much for coming through the website. If you're on any of the Facebook platforms, including Grady Baby Radio, the I Am Enough talk show, the Wake Up Winning for Entrepreneur page, the Winning Evening News page, the my own coaching page. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be coming to you every day for the next 6 days, I believe. And we're coming to you in different time slots. So from 12 noon to 3 o'clock, you'll see a group of authors, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll pick back up at 7. So from 7 to 9, we'll be coming to you. So if this has been good to you, I mean, like, say something, like say yay, yay, yay. Send us a bunch of hearts, love, and light down. And I'm getting ready to bring on our next author, so this queen can let you know who she is, what she do, why she do what she do. And then we're going to get into some discussion like before with everybody else. And if this is good stuff, I mean, I'm feeling like this is good stuff. I want to run around the room a little bit. I do. But I gotta sit here, right? I gotta sit here and be obedient, because I just feel like going for a nice little scroll down the street. But I can't leave y'all right now. So let me see. Let me grab some stuff here. And yes. Is this not fun stuff? So let me bring on this queen. Queen!
Hey. What's going on?
What's going on, queen?
Nothing much.
I got the wrong banner. Hold on. Give me just a second, because I'm going to move out your way for a minute here. And then we'll get into it.
Look, y'all, my hair is going every direction but the way I want it to go in.
Your hair is beautiful. You're beautiful. We're making beautiful magic happen like it should be. So I'm going to move out of the way, queen, so you can introduce yourself, so I can pull up some stuff for you right quick, and then we're going to get to going in our discussion. You ready?
I am. Let's do this. Hello. Good afternoon, everybody in there, out there in Facebook world, YouTube, wherever you may be joining me from. My name is Elaine M. Prelo, and I am so delighted to be here with you all this morning or this afternoon for the I Am Enough talk show. So excited to be partnering with Miss Wanda, just awesome lady. I thank her for this opportunity. I am here to kind of just tell you a little bit about my book. It's When God Says No, Crossing the Bridge from Pain to Purpose. I'll give you a little glance of what it looks like right there. Trying to get my camera. There it is, right there. So yeah, this is my baby right here. This is my first solo author project, and I tell you what, I am so excited about releasing it. Not so much I'm excited about releasing it for my benefit, but I'm excited about releasing it, one, because obedience is key. obedience is key, and God had been working with me or getting on me for so long about going on and getting this project finished, and to finally get it done and feel as though he is pleased with this project was so exciting. And then secondly, I'm excited to be able to get this to you, because the thing about it is that there's always somebody waiting and needing to hear your story. So do not feel that what you have to say or what you have been through is unimportant, because there is somebody who is going through the exact same thing that you either are going through, may have gone through, and they need to hear what you have to say about that. They need to know, how did you make it? How did you come out on the other side? And this is what this book is all about, being able to deal with the denials of God, and understanding that his denial is not to hurt us, but to help us and to get us from where we are now to where it is that we should be. So I am super excited. This book reads like a journal. I'll show you. Once you read a chapter, then I have like little reflection sections in there called Write It Down, and I kind of give you something to kind of, it's like a call to action of reflection. What is it that you read in this particular chapter that may have spoken to you? Do you see yourself in this particular situation? And if so, then what do you do about that? How do you handle that? What's your next step? So hopefully you will find that this book is going to be a help for you. People ask me, well, why did you name it When God Says No? Because back in 2018, I was dealing with some situations that I was praying about. And it seems as though the answer that I kept getting to my question was no, no, no. And you may not even be dealing with situations that are dealing with relationships. Maybe it's sometimes we pray that prayer of healing, and God says, well, no, that's not what I'm going to do right now. How do you handle that? How do you handle the temper tantrum that we have? Because a lot of times when God tells us something we don't hear, we have our own little temper tantrum. And so how do we handle our temper tantrums? How do we go from that point to another point and be able to be okay with what God says, and to not turn away from God and run away from God? Sometimes we get mad. We get mad, we don't want nothing else to do with God. We get mad. I don't want to deal with you no more because you didn't give me what I asked for.
I love it, the temper tantrums that you speak of. Queen, is there any way, do you have headsets?
I am on my laptop. Do I need to switch over to my phone and put my head?
No, it's just that it was getting some kickback, and I know I can't get in here and do what I need to do.
Gotcha.
I'm good. Are you all hearing us okay out there? It's just a little feedback, but I like the way that your book.
I have some headphones, so let me see if I can get those. Okay.
Well, in the meantime, I want to say this too. I want to ask you this. I like the way that with the.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, they're saying that it's an echo, so I'm gonna let you hook that up. And in the meantime, yeah, we're gonna do that. We're working on that. See, because everybody knows. Okay, because everybody knows that this is technology and things happen, but you're perfect now. Because they were
okay. Good.
So Queen, first of all, where are you from?
I reside here in Hampton, Virginia. I am originally from North Carolina. I've been here since about 2017.
Okay. And what else do you do besides write beautiful books?
Let's see. Besides being a wife, mom, grandmom, I am also a minister. I am a life strategist, and I am what they consider to be a life transition coach. I am a death coach as well.
Okay, awesome. I think when we text earlier, you said you were on your way to a presiding over a funeral. Is that correct? Earlier.
I didn't preside today. I was on my way to a funeral though.
Okay.
But,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so necessary. So God bless you for that. What in your book, I like the way that you give people a time to reflect after they read something, that their time to reflect goes back. And you said this was your first solo project. Did I hear that correctly?
That is
So
correct.
you were part of an anthology. Is that correct?
Yes, I was. That book is entitled My Battle Scars and Now Sing Melodies of Victory. And in that book, it was various women who we are overcomers of breast cancer or either domestic violence. Each one of us
Okay.
was able to share our stories. My story was particularly how I'm an overcomer of domestic violence
Okay.
when I was younger. So that
Awesome.
that was really exciting too.
It's definite, and I like the anthologies. I like the because it's like you have so many other rich stories, and if you really dive into it deep, then you can say, you know what, I think you would relate to XYZ story, and it doesn't have to be your story. So that's kind of like the anthologies kind of give you
Exactly.
a upper edge on things. But let's talk about your book. When God says no, you had said something in it. I thought chuckled because I said, when we throw our temper tantrums, and talk about them temper tantrums. What are the temper tantrums that you threw that you want to talk to our people about, that pushed you into doing what you did?
Wow. Which one? If I had to say which temper tantrum, um, you know, after I was going through a separation and a divorce, and then I was dealing with the sickness and the loss of both my parents, and I kind of was in that place of, all right, God, I just need you to pick me up and transplant me and just, do all these wonderful things for me and, take care of my daddy. So, because my daddy was my heart, you know,
Mhm.
um, save my daddy because I'm gonna do this, that, and the other if you make my daddy healthy and
You're just
do
trying to
this.
negotiate.
Right. I was negotiating some things, and I was going to do this, that, and the other, and God did not allow that to happen. My father passed, and then after my father passing, it was so many legal things that I thought had been taken care of while he was alive that had not been taken care of.
Mhm.
And so I was mad. I was mad at God. I was mad at my dad. My mother was still living. However, she was confined to a hospital bed. And
Mm.
so I needed for, I just needed for everything to miraculously fall in place. I needed everybody to act the way that I wanted them to act. I needed everybody to feel the way that I wanted them to feel. I needed everybody to be in place and doing everything in their life that I needed for them to do.
Mhm.
And the more I prayed about things, and like, nope, that's not the way it's going to happen. That's not the way it's going to be. Nope, you can't have that. Nope, your marriage is done. You need to go and handle that. That's a done deal. Going to get out of that. Stop asking me for this, that, and the other. Stop asking for me to change him. Okay. And then after all of that, I was so angry at God. I was like, I ain't preaching. I ain't preaching. Don't ask me to preach nothing. Don't ask. I don't want to go to church no more. I'm not interested. Don't ask me. I'm done. I'm through. That was it. And then he started really dealing with me and giving me this vision of this book. And the thing is that I started this book back in about 2018. Picked it up, I put it down, I picked it up and put it down because my thing was, okay, why do you want me to write this? Why do you want me to share this? And you didn't even give me what I asked for. Why you always want, and that's what we look at, like, why you always want something from me? But then when I ask you for what I want, your answer is no.
Right, right, right. So you had to say yes. And
I had to say yes. And then, what's interesting about it is that when God wants something done, it gets to the point where your temper tantrums, he's not even okay. You done yet? Your temper tantrums don't concern him. Your it's not that he doesn't care about how we feel. It's just that he lets you see where his will overrides what it is that you think you want, so he can get out of you what it is that he's trying to get out of you. So at first my yes was reluctant, but then when I saw how I was healing and how things were getting better for me, I have my headphones on. I still hear some. How things were getting better.
We can hear you.
Okay, and how he was turning things around, and I stopped focusing on me. And so it wasn't so much that he waited for me to say yes, as much as it was him showing me, okay, look. Because what happened was I started trying to do different things. And every time I tried to do something different besides finish this book, he would start shutting things down. Nope, you can't do that. Nope, you can't do that. Nope, you're not going here. Nope, you're not. It's kind of like your parents when you get put on punishment. Okay, you can act the way you want to act, but this is what you're not going to do. You're not going to go hang with your friends. You're not going to do this, that, and the other. This is what you're going to do.
So would you say that and you said you started that process in 2018, right? Correct? Yeah. So when did you completely, do you remember when you completely said, I got to get this done. If I don't, then I won't be able to do anything else? Do you remember what it was?
I'll say around about 2019, I got tired. I just got tired. And I was like, all right, this is it. And one thing during the process back in 2018, when he really started dealing with me, was because I was so hurt and I was so broken and I was so tired of seeing the same scenery on this ride that I was on. The scenery was the same, and I got to the point where I was tired and frustrated, and I was like, all right, God, you do what you need to do and show me what you want me to do. Show me what you want to change. And I tell people so often that, we make this statement about God knows our heart, and he does. And because our heart is so dirty and filthy and so full of bitterness and anger and resentment, then he has to show us those things so we'll know what needs to be fixed. So around the end of 2018, 2019 was when he really started showing me and not as opposed to the situations that I felt like I wanted him to take care of. Right.
Queen, would you say that may have been one of your biggest lessons to learn?
Definitely. I had to get to the point where I wasn't so focused on myself as I was on what it was that God wanted me to do in the place where he wanted me to be. I'll say now that I am seeing him move more and more in terms of what my real purpose is and what he wants me to do.
That's absolutely amazing, because we all do definitely come here with a true purpose, and it's just a matter of when we come to the realization of what it is, and then ready to take that action towards it. What is next in store after this book? This book sounds amazing. So you finished this project. What's after this? What's the now? What's the now move?
I am actually in the process of starting a 30-day devotional to go with this.
Okay.
Also, I am now working on formulating my principles for my mentoring program called Butterfly Transitions LLC.
Okay.
which is a
Love it.
mentoring program for women and their daughters ages 8 to 18, where we will be servicing, or our targeted will be servicing those who are underserved in our schools, in our population, such
Mhm.
as our court systems, our foster care systems, our behavioral facilities. A lot of our mentoring programs, they are designed and targeted for our students who may be in mainstream learning, but some of our other young girls fall through the cracks that are in the system. And when they're trying to navigate it, as well as the mothers, there is no bridge for them.
Mm.
Somebody to help them walk through that, like in our, let's say, for instance, in the court system, when parents have to go to mediation, when there's
Mhm.
child custody involved, they go to a parenting class. But this
Mhm.
will be designed so even with the parenting class, we can partner with them to help the children and the mothers or fathers be able to communicate, and that just be another component to help them to have a successful family bond or a successful transition.
That's nice. That's nice. I wish you much success in that because that's definitely needed. It's like people get caught up in the system and it doesn't look good. There's no outcome, no strong outcome for them. So you're offering a tool and a model. Will you be, who's your core? Is that going to be local, or are you going to be international with, with your butterfly transition?
God says it can go international. We always we start out thinking small, but God says, why hold it right there? So we are praying and we believe in God that this is going to be able to grow into something that will be available international. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, wherever somebody asks me to come, that's where I'll be. So wherever it is, that's where we'll go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was letting everybody know that when we do our fall harvest book fair, it's going to be different, and we definitely would love for you to come to Atlanta if you could and share your platform. And I know that by that time your company will probably be up and running, and then you can maybe consider recruiting some ambassadors here in Atlanta to hold your vision and your mission, because one thing that I constantly push is that we don't have to do all this work by ourselves. There's other organizations that you can actually that may be on the same, in alignment with you, that you could
Mhm.
help them in your area and they can help you in your area, or vice versa. And then that way we can all just kind of pour into each other, because it's all about us just being more successful with living a fulfilled and happy life,
It
you know.
is.
And the heartache is when people get caught up in systems that they don't know how to get out of because they don't have the tools. But thank God for you, for writing your book, for starting these programs, that you'll be able to help the collective, the kingdom, grow in a way that because we need one another. We definitely
We
need
do.
one. So, what is
Yeah.
the one thing that you would say to somebody that's hesitant, that may be sitting on the fence of writing their book? I mean, you said it already, but what is that? What is that other word of encouragement that you can give them?
Do it.
Do it. Y'all write
Just
that down.
just I mean, I know that might sound simple, but do it, because again, not only when you hold those jewels and those pearls that God has given you, then that next person can't move forward. Somebody is waiting for what you have so that they can reach their destiny.
Do it.
And then not only that, don't be afraid of, I'm very transparent in my book. Um, don't be afraid about what other people are going to say about your story.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
you lived that. That is your story. That is your
Absolutely.
perception of how things happen, and that is your
Absolutely.
result of what came of that. So don't be afraid of what other people might think, because the thing is, whether or not you write it, they're going to think something anyway.
Absolutely. You can't stop. And we always say that that's a them problem and
That's
not a me problem. That's a them problem.
exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Queen, in another thing so this is the game that we're playing. So I don't know if you heard if you were here the whole time, but every author is asked that question of what would you say to somebody? And the reason being is because I meet a lot of people in my journey, and so many people want to do something, yet they have the excuses of why they're not doing it. And people that have already done it, we really have an extra charge to inspire other people. You on an extra mantle, and you're already in ministry. You've been doing what's in the plan, but then there's this thing called authorhood and authorship, and I've titled this talk as your literature is your legacy, because long after we've gone off the planet, our books will hopefully inspire people to move in a direction that they needed that to read that in order to move. So that's why your do it is important, because at the end we're going to have a game, and they're going to have to remember who said do it. The author said do it. Okay. And the last thing is, what is your one word, your one power word that you will leave our viewers with today?
I think I would tell them self-reflect.
Write it down, y'all. Self-reflect. I love it. Why you choose that word, Queen?
Because honestly, until we self-reflect and we're transparent with ourselves, then we can't help anybody else. Because if we're not honest with ourselves about the good, bad, and the ugly, then we can't heal and we can't grow. And when we don't heal and grow, we don't do anything but stifle other people's growth.
Self-reflect. I love it. I love it. Queen, you have fed us today. Like I knew that this is going to be, I knew that I didn't know what I was getting myself. I was obedient and I said yes to this.
See?
And I knew it was going to be magical and powerful and all of that. And boy, oh boy, I tell you, I'm up here lit. I want to run around the building. I got to sit right here. So, I just really appreciate you. I got is your information below if that's correct. Your email and where they can go purchase the book at. That's your Bitly site, and I guess that's connected to something else. Is and anything else that you want us to know about that's coming up with you in your world, say immediately that you'd like to share before we just thank you for joining us today.
Not a lot for those that are in the Hampton Roads area. I am planning a book signing starting in August. So stay tuned for that date. That is in the works. And again, like I said, we are available. EMP Life Solutions is available, to speak, to attend, to support. So just let us know if there's anything that we can do to help in your endeavors.
Okay. Thank you so much, Queen, for joining us. You're more than
Thank you, love, for having me.
And my pleasure. And we will be rocking and rolling. And on Sunday, like I was saying, I don't know if you heard me or not, but on Sunday it's going to be like an open forum, and we're going to be just doing a recap. I'm encouraging us to connect, in a more sincere way. Like email you if they want to talk to you. Get in touch with you the right way. Don't inbox her. Don't Facebook. email her and say, listen, I saw you on the book fair and I want to know more about what you do. I want to get your book. I want to have questions. Maybe they need you to mentor them or coach them or whatever it is. But that's the game that we're playing here on the I Am Enough Talk Show. So Queen, I really appreciate you again and continue to have an amazing day.
You as well. Thank you all so much. Mwah. Love to you, my dear.
Thank you. So, good stuff, everybody. If this is good stuff, say good stuff. I am, like I said, I'm floating on sunshine over here. I tell you, this is what happens when you set intention and when you be obedient and when you just follow through with things. You know, you are such the blessing. You come up and you just show out as the amazing blessing to other people, and that's what life is all about. This one of our sponsors is the 1044 Pro, and I want to tell you about the matter of fact. You know what? I'm gonna go grab. Let me see, who can I grab? I am going to grab my mail lady. Her name is Shirley, and this was her reaction when she tasted the 1044 Pro bar.
Oh, there's that going on. Okay then.
What that say? What that package say?
It said 1044 Pro.
Okay. How that say?
Life like a pro. How about that?
So you gonna have you a pro day
Today. Thank you.
Hey y'all, it's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, your accountability coach, helping you get it done. What is it that you need to get done? I can help you get on the media and make more money. Get that exposure you're looking for. So come see me. Check me out all social media under Wanda D House, yes, my government name. And you can also follow my website at IamEnough365.com. That's me, Wanda D, the motivational queen, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Take time out to focus on you. Don't take on any tasks that don't belong to you. It's a perfect day to make a change. Gotta put the brakes on anything that get in your way. No time to second guess. You gotta put your trust in God and walk by faith. It's got to change your your destiny. Just clap your hands if you understand. Just clap your hands if you understand.
Hi guys, my name is Allison. This is my cousin named Jean Bella Benson. Go in the water.
Listen, let her introduce herself the way she want to introduce herself. Go ahead, talk.
My name is Riley Bella Benson.
Bella. That is not how you pronounce your middle name.
Well, anyway, that's what she said. So why are y'all here, ladies?
But how are we going to try the peanut butter bar?
Okay, it is called 1044 Pro. Yes, I am. I know. Okay, and so everybody watching this is a little nervous for me because this is live. These are 5-year-olds, and I don't know what they're gonna say, but this could go either way. But I'm willing to risk it. So first, y'all do me a favor and pick up y'all bar and smell it. Don't drop it. Smell it. Addie, tell me how it smells.
It smells
Okay. Zig, tell me how it smells. Smell like peanut butter chocolate. Yay, that's what it is. This is the 1044 Pro, Life Like a Pro. See, I told you don't drop your bar. Okay, so girls, take a bite. Pull out your bar and show everybody how big your bar is.
Whoa, it's this big.
Whoa.
This big.
Whoa. So do a bar kiss. Kiss your bars and take a bite. And Addie, why you bite so much? Because her name is Addison. Okay. Addison said it's great.
What Ella Bella say?
What Ella Bella say?
It's yummy.
It's yummy. It's yummy. So that's the 1044 Pro bar. Yes, those are my little ones. Matter of fact, what is our bar? Are y'all enjoying yourselves? Whew, I am having a ball. Okay. I truly am having a ball. I had to just take a quick little break. So from all of the authors that you've met so far, are you getting all of the books as you should? Are you getting in contact with them? Are you going to send them an email as you should? What has been your takeaway so far? That's what I need you to help me out. Help me understand what's been your takeaway out of these discussions that we've had with the authors. Anybody up there? Thank you so much, Tiasha. Tiasha says good stuff. Yes. Thank you, James. Thank you so much, Jaleesa. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Miss Moore. Miss Moore be on here soon. Miss Moore, you can come on into the room if you're able to. Only if you're able to. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. You said I'm going to reach. Yes. See, because this is the thing, and I always say this. We have to build a community together. We definitely have to build the community that we want, that we need, that we deserve. We have to build that, and we have to be very strategic about building that community, because at the end of the day, we're accountable for each other. Did you not hear that Queen talked about how she wasn't even able to do anything else until she was obedient to spirit, to what God told her to do? And I think that's in life, that's the general consensus. It's almost like sometimes you be running around trying to figure things out, and it's because you didn't get quiet enough to listen to that still voice, listen to that voice within, listen to God speak to you, in you, to tell you, you know what, now it's the time. And a lot of times that's what I say about authorship. I believe that we all have a story to tell. People tell different stories, and it's okay. But if there's, and you may not want to be an author, but if there's anything, anything that kind of nags you into saying, you know what, I want to do this, but then we let all of that junk get in the way. We let all of those little fears just creep up, and fear and faith cannot reside together. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot have fear and faith. They don't marry. They're polar opposite. It's like you have to say, you know what? My faith is strong enough for me to produce. My fear will not prevent me from producing, because your faith can override your fear. So you have to make up your mind every day. And I, you all listen to me. Some of you that know me know that this is our constant talk. Our constant talk is, what are you doing? Not what are you thinking about doing, not what are you planning on doing, but what are you doing? So today we're inside of the first day, the first time book fair. So this is our summertime book fair, and I'm so excited. But if this is good stuff and you like what you hear, you like what you're seeing, all of this kind of stuff, you can join us in the fall. We'll be right back doing it a little different, a little bit more twists and turns. Was talking to one of my teammates, and we were, and this is the thing, and so this is how I am. I'm just gonna tell y'all all my secrets. I don't do a lot of planning. I take a lot of action. I'm gonna say that again. I don't do a lot of planning. I take a lot of action. In my meditations, things will come up in me and it'll say, do this. And I'm like, okay. And I'll just do it. I'll just get started. I'm suck at planning everything out. Well, who's gonna handle that part? Well, what's this gonna look like? Well, what is that? I have no clue. I could not tell you. All I know is when I was given the charge to do this book fair, it came to me in my meditation and it said, this is what you need to do. I said, I'm on it. And rapid fire, the first things, and even people coming onto the project, they were like, well, what? It's like, don't worry, hold it. Just do one thing first. And this is how the process of living goes, it's just one thing first. It's what do you do right now? So right now is take action. Right now it's believe. Right now it's step up your faith. Right now it's call up somebody and ask. Like, hey, you can say, you know what? I'm thinking about starting my trucking business. What do I need to do? Go talk to somebody that has a trucking business. You're thinking about writing. That's why you're going to meet all these amazing authors. Go talk to an author that has written the type of book that you want to write. So far, I've introduced you to a children's author, some inspirational authors, some fantasy authors, and it's just going to keep going. Can I use the word gooder? It's going to get gooder and gooder and gooder and gooder. And then what you do is you take all of this information you have and you put it to work. Okay. You ever gone to a networking event and you get all of these names and numbers and then you never call anybody? Is that just me? I'm saying, and maybe that's just me on my side of the street. You don't want to let this opportunity go past. So if there's somebody that has, kind of gave you that jolt, somebody that kind of stirred you up a little bit, now is the time for you to say, you know what? I liked what, Sister Barnett said, or I like what that queen over there said, or that king over there said, whatever the case may be. It's the now time. It's the now action time. So that's why we are doing this event. It's for you. It's for us. It's to build our community up. Nobody's coming to save us. I'm going to say that again. Maybe somebody wasn't listening. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to save us. And guess what? We are enough. So we can save ourselves. So whatever the resources that you're looking for, listen. Did you not hear the queen talk about she's not only an author, but she's also an editor? So there you got a 2-for-1 package in one person. She can help guide you through that whole process, if you connect it with that. You may even want to start something else that somebody is on here talking about, has nothing to do with being an author, but it has everything to do with the community. This is our community. This is the I Am Enough talk show community for right now. And take advantage of it. So that's why I say to you, reach out to them in a real way. Send them an email. Say, hey, I really enjoyed your time on the I Am Enough talk show. And I was really impressed to let them know that you were paying attention. And then say, listen, can I take you to, Can I take you to lunch? Can I buy you some coffee? Whatever. And this might have to be virtual. You might have to do a virtual coffee. Like you grab your cup of coffee and I grab my cup of coffee and let's sit down in front of the Zoom and get to know each other better. I'm trying to get y'all some schooling here. See, they pay me for this information, but I'm giving it to you because that's what I do. Serve you. Don't let these opportunities and these great people pass you by and you not take advantage of getting to know them better. Okay? That's my point that I want to make to you. Now I want to talk to my authors out here. I want to talk to you about marketing a little bit. You got your book in your hand. You're ready to go, right? Why is it that I don't see y'all talking about y'all books on y'all Facebook Lives? Huh? What's the deal? Are y'all being secret agents? What's the deal? My team made all of these beautiful, and this is not just for the authors that's participating in here. This is for all the authors out there because there's a lot of authors. Whether you're on YouTube, there's a lot of authors on YouTube. Whether you're in Facebook, a lot of authors on Facebook, Instagram, you name it. There's a lot of authors out here. Why is it that you're not letting people know who you are? Huh? Uh-oh, she didn't got rough. She didn't got riled up. You gotta be more, don't stop being a secret agent, okay? If you need to be walking around. I carry a basket of books in my car. I pull up, I'll throw a book out on the table if I'm at the restaurant and the waitress will come by and she'll be like, that's your book. Cause see, one of my books, my picture's on it. So, that'd be very, very transparent. Oh yeah, that's my book. You need a book? And then, okay, author, write this down. Now, this is for my authors. I told y'all, this is not just your typical book fair, festival, whatever you want to call it. This is us eating some meat and potatoes. One thing that you have to keep in mind is like questions to ask people as they come up. And one great question that somebody asked me, and because I'm always a student, right? They asked me this. They said, what are you reading? See, that's a question that every author should ask every person that steps in front of them. Because people moving through life, they don't be thinking, when they're in the grocery store, they're not thinking about what they're reading. They're thinking about, where's the milk at? I need some eggs. But if you have a casual conversation with somebody, if you lay your book out on the restaurant table and that waitress goes popping along and they're serving you the water and they looking at that book, they're going to look at the book because they got a job to do. So they're going to look at it. It's like, this is my book. What are you reading? And they'd be like, I asked the lady that I was in Big Lots. Just ask her that. I didn't even have any books on me, right? Because I was just in the store, me and my grandbaby. And I said, what are you reading? And she said, I'm reading, la, 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 la. She started reading. See, that's where you can identify where your readers are. So you know what? Then I told her, I said, I just released the book and I want to bring it to you. She said, well, I'm here on such and such a day and da, 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 da. And she asked me, well, how much does your book cost? So I told her, see, the thing about authors, you got to get it together in your head that you're in business. Okay? They call it business. Or we could say business. You're in business now. All right? You're in business. So you got to stop playing around with your business. And you got to bring it. It's okay that you want to help people, but how can they help you? What's in it for you? You done did the sweat. You done did the pain. You done did the tears. You done did the labor. You done birthed the baby. Here's the baby out. I told y'all 20 years that this bad puppy came popping out like some overgrown toddler. So now you in business and you got to say, well, you know what? How can I get these dollars in my account that I need every single day? I'm just saying, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one need to keep the lights on, okay? But when and for you all that work, that have a job, you're especially blessed because you're around people all the time. You go to lunch with different people and you could do like this. You can do some real strategies. Now, I'm giving you some strategies. I hope you write this one down. Stop going to lunch at the same restaurant. I don't don't care if you even like McDonald's. That's fine. Choose another different McDonald's to go to. Choose a different, if you head in the direction of going east, every day you're going to keep seeing the same people. Tomorrow, go west for no reason. Okay. I had a mentor tell me about 20 years ago to always go in a different direction when you leave home, even though you know the way. And it may be that, you know that you need to bust a right, but sometimes just bust a left for no reason. And then walk up in a mall or walk up at the restaurant. Things is crazy now. We still in this COVID delirious confusion time, but do the best you can with what you got. You get it? Am I talking to me? Because this is some good stuff. So when I go back, I'm gonna be impressed with myself. My goal, though, in all of this is to bless you with how I know how to bless you. I am a business strategist and a non-negotiator when it comes to winning in business. And a lot of times with business is we're just not creative enough. So as an entrepreneur and mainly as an author, we have to think about, how can I make these book sales, or how can I get on that stage? If your goal is to teach, how can you get in the classroom? If your goal is to get on the stages, how can I get on the stages? How can I get them to send me a ticket to fly me to Paris? Or how can I go to Costa Rica and put on a workshop? How can I do this? Well, guess what? First of all, you got to write the book. And then the book will open up doors for you, because if you do it right, it's the strategy behind that. So, and it doesn't matter what the book is. You could be, let me give you some tips. Tip time, say tip time. How much time I got? I can't be going over my time. I'm the timekeeper. I got to do it all. Okay, so tip time. One tip after another tip, okay? If there's anybody listening out there, anybody come through later, even our authors, maybe you want to write another type of book. It doesn't matter the type of book you write, because your influence to being the writer is what the power is in the pen. Case in point, you could be a dog lover. You could love dogs. Your side hustle could be like you just love dogs, and to be more specific, you love poodles. You could be the poodle expert. Write the book. You could be the poodle expert. You could be the one to say, you know what? I like poodles, therefore I'm going to write books. And guess what? There is a whole market out there. There's a market for everything. But you could be a mechanic. You could be a mechanic and you could say, you know what? I'm going to offer single women tips on how to not get overcharged. Hello, that's a book title for somebody. I'm a mechanic. I'm offering single women tips on how to not get overcharged by the mechanic. And that's a book written by a mechanic. So if you're a mechanic, I'll help you write that book. Because I grew up in the gas station. My granddaddy had a gasoline station. So I was that little girl on the hoist pumping the brakes, lifting the brakes, and pump the brakes. I was up there pumping the brakes. So my whole point is this. I want you to win. If you see anything around, look around. The life is moving just like this. It's so fast. It's so fast paced now. I'm not trying to keep up because I got to be me. But I want you to be you. And if it's a book out there for you to write, let's get this book out of you. Okay. So shout out everywhere. I want to shout out to Twitch TV. Thank you. Shout out to YouTube. Thank you guys for hitting that button, that subscribe button, that like button. Thank you, Grady Baby Radio. Thank you, the I Am Enough Talk Show. Thank you, the Winning Evening News. Thank you, the Wake Up Winning for Entrepreneur group. If you need some support in your business, come check us out on the entrepreneur page called the Wake Up Winning for Entrepreneurs. And I'm looking for some people to help me in that space of bringing great positive information. So whatever your niche is, say you are, I'm staying on a mechanic. For some reason, a mechanic then dropped in my spirit. I must be going to walk outside and find me a mechanic to help write a book. But if you're a mechanic and you want to come into that space and give us tips, suggestions, best cars to buy, what hoses to choose, what oil we should use in certain cars, I need you on that page. I need people with expert ideas to come into that page and help me along. I had some ambassadors in there, but they all fell off, and some of them is watching, and I don't care if they hear. I cannot push somebody into doing what they say they want to do, so I've stopped. I'm looking for new blood. Can I say fresh blood? I'm looking for fresh blood. Yeah. One thing about me, y'all gonna learn today, is that I'm very direct. I just had a birthday, and I can't waste no more time with y'all. Right, Sharice? Yes, that's right. That's right. Cannot waste no more time. So if you are any specializing in anything, I want you to come into that. I want you to come talk to me. I want you to come talk to me because I want you to come in there in a way that's going to help the community. We're the community. We are the community. So whether that is teaching us about stocks, I'm currently, if you're in the Atlanta area, I'm looking for a female stock exchanger, somebody that knows how to read stock. You must be a female and you must live in the Atlanta area or know somebody that can come to Atlanta. The 80 Women of Power, they're looking for a female woman, a woman to help us read stock market. Okay, this is a wealth building community. Okay, so I didn't told you about that business. So that's what I have to tell you. So think about that, what I said. If you are an expert in anything, then let's put it to pen to paper. So this is how the game plays out in my head. So I'm a mechanic. And guess what? I'm a female mechanic. That would be sexy, right? We're the female. Tag a female mechanic. Let's help her write a book. I'm a mechanic and I write a book. And my book is going to teach you it's going to teach old ladies not to get gypped by the mechanics. Okay, that's what my book is going to teach you. And it's going to, and so you'll know what questions to ask so you don't be intimidated. Because see, I grew up, my grandfather was a mechanic. I dated me and a mechanic, and I always thought that every single girl needs to have a mechanic boyfriend. I believe in multiple boyfriends, but that's just my business, and I keep my business to myself. But people do different things for you. Okay, let's just be honest. So if you got you a mechanic, and your mechanic is telling you, hey, say this, ask this question, do this, do this, do that. It should cost around this certain time. Therefore, you as a woman will not be going in there just writing blank checks. You got to question them. You got to be like, no, my granddaddy told me that this shouldn't cost me over $5. Whatever the case may be. So then, that's granddaddy. Y'all, I'm surrounded by elderly energy that he told me to give y'all that. So thank granddaddy for telling me to give y'all that. That came from Clifton John. Okay, so that's my spiel. So we're gonna be moving right along. I know that I'm gonna be bouncing into somebody else's time, but that's okay because I wanna do this. I wanna do this for y'all. So if this has blessed you in any way, I want you to drop a 1 down wherever you're watching from. If you had the ability to type, just drop a 1 down. I just want you to drop a 1 down if it's blessed you in any way. And also, I would like for you to tag somebody wherever you're watching from, especially if you're on any of our Facebook platforms. Just tag somebody, let them know. And later on, if you should come by and watch the replay, then hit a replay. If you come by and watch the replay, wherever you are, just hit replay. Now, I'm going to say this again in case my authors missed it. Authors, you have a responsibility to go back through these feed lines and reach out to these people that have commented. If they laughed, if they chuckled, if they whatever, just then you drop them into their inbox. I'm telling them to hit you up on the email, but you drop into their inbox and say, thank you. Thank you for coming on to the I Am Enough talk show. Right, Lisa Bailey? Thank you for coming on to the talk show, and thank you for being a part of the book fair, because this is how we grow, right? Sharing is caring, right? So I'm sure that you've already shared this information. Well, I'm going to bring this queen on from the back. She's kind of like cutting on somebody else's time, but I don't even care. We gonna just keep moving right along. Because it's still my birthday, technically. Technically, it's still my birthday. Yeah. And you know what you do on your birthday, Queen? You do what you want to do on your birthday. You mute it. Unmute.
That better. How
There
you
you
doing?
go. I am doing. I'm blossoming.
I know that's right. I know
How
that's
you
right.
pronounce the word? You know, I'm growing. I'm going and growing. Yes, I'm all of that. Queen, I'm
Yes.
gonna move out your way so you can let me just get some things in order here. We got some private messages that's from you. Okay. So I am are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I am. Very much
Cracking
so.
up.
Got plenty of notes.
You got plenty of notes. Well, you know
Yeah.
what they say. They say note takers are money makers.
Yes. Yes.
So I am so glad that you came in. I'm trying to figure out where is my eyeballs is failing me.
Say both of us need some glasses, don't we?
Right, and I got some on, and I'm still looking for
I'm
some.
saying it's time for a new scripture.
That's okay. That's okay. But that's okay. I'm gonna move out of the way, Queen, so you can introduce yourself, and then I'm gonna come back joining you, and we're gonna have a great time.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Hi, my name is Sharice Johnson Moore, and I am from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. I am a minister, an author, motivational speaker, gospel artist, podcaster, and executive producer of shows like Morning Word and Worship, Let's Talk Sunday, Think About It Sunday, and Author's Excerpt Sunday. I am here to talk about this book of mine. It is entitled Coming to Loving Yourself. This book was written for women. Okay. No, we've gone through a whole lot of things in our lives and things, and we think we got the bad end of the stick, or some things just didn't work out for us, and we have to learn that through the good and the bad, God was there through it all. Okay, we have to know that. We have to have that in our spirit, that God is with us all the time, no matter what's good, bad, and ugly. Okay, so the purpose of my book is to share with you my life story. My life story is from birth to age 45. It's an autobiography. But I put in all those things just to share with somebody. Somebody, I don't care if you're a man, woman, boy, child, woman, girl, all those vernaculars. I think you can learn something out of my book reading it. So I wanted to say that God always gives you a chance to get it right. And when he gives you that chance, you better jump on that opportunity. Okay. I've had chance after chance after chance after chance. And I just want to encourage somebody that no matter what you're going through, whether it's drugs, whether it's alcohol, whether it's pornography, prostitution, I'm a realist. I keep it real. I'm a realist. So I come with this, and this is the way I like to present myself. So if you ever dealt with prostitution, ever dealt with being an addict, had a drug addiction, alcoholism, prostitutionism, self doubt, not feeling enough, this book is for you, because I know a lot of experiences in my life. I want to share with Pete. I want to share with you, and I want to share them. Where I want to give you I want to give you the truth about me, or what I experienced. I can't speak for nobody else, but I know some people that have been in that same boat with me. It's just like, it's this thing of, okay, well, no, you don't know nothing about me. You don't you'll be amazed. You will be amazed. You will be amazed at it all because we don't know what people don't went through in their life. So I want to share, and I want to, and because I've been through these things, I try to, I love talking to people. I realized that was a gift God had given me. And I love talking with this thing of, I want to get to know the person. I want to get to know you as a person. That's another gift that God has allowed me to share with people. I like getting to know new people. So, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I
Yes.
love, first of all, Queen, I just want to thank you again for coming, for joining us. And that's what we want people to do. We want people to get to know you more. We want them to reach out to you so you all can see her, ways to get in touch with her and stay connected. And you said something when you said that God is a God of second chances. That right there was an entire mouthful,
Yes, ma'am.
entire mouthful. So I remember when I first looked at your cover when you sent over your book and stuff, and it was like so powerful. It's red, and it was just like your beautiful picture on there. It was just like
Thank
I
you.
knew that there was going to be transformation, transforming, and then you're so transparent. And this is what really helps other people is in your transparency. Do you want to share with with our viewers, our listeners, our family, with some of the things that you have gone through? Would you like to share any of the things that God has delivered you from personally?
Okay. Well, I, some of the things God has delivered me from is prostitution, being a stripper, being a hooker, prostitute, being a drug addict. I used to be a crackhead, and just not just out there, being one of those. I'm gonna say this, one of those mothers that didn't take care of her children. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
God delivered. He was working on me when I was younger, but I was scared. I was scared. I was frightened, and I didn't know quite how to handle the blessings He was giving me.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I've been a singer. I've been a gospel artist since I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I was raised in the church. Every time you turn around, going with my aunt. So going with my aunts. No, okay, now she okay, go ahead, sing, sing. They push me out in front of folks and then I had to deal with self-esteem problems growing up where neither one of my parents raised me. I was raised by my father's mother, my mother and his father. And that was like, how it is when you're raised by older people. They kind of overprotective and things of that nature. And being, how could I say this? My father was there, but he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My mother went off, had her other life, and we would talk. She lived in Detroit, Michigan, and I was in Portsmouth, Virginia, and that was it. And I would see her every now and then. And by me not being raised by my mother and father, it kind of made me feel like I was unwanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Then dealing with being molested as a child as well. So I come up with that. How could I say this? That promise, that uh, promiscuous,
Promiscuous.
yes,
Right.
promiscuous lifestyle, where just because the little boy say, "Oh, I like you," and "Ooh, and and I'll put the compliments because I wasn't getting that at home. Because
Right.
what I was getting at home was, "Oh, you stupid, you dumb, you'll never amount to anything."
Mm.
Uh, you, and then I got this phone call. I got this phone call from some stranger in my house. I was in junior high school, I think. And they called somebody from, I don't know who it was. They called my house and my granddaddy answered the phone. And my granddaddy, he's old fashioned and and sanctified, saved and everything, Holy Ghost filled and everything. And then when the person called my house and said your granddaughter is a whore, he kind of changed his attitude towards me and said, after that, he was like, "Who is these people calling?" And he answered the phone. He like, "Who is this? Who is this?" And he just changed his attitude toward me after that conversation. And he said, "I don't want no, I don't. You're not my granddaughter, because my granddaughter ain't no whore." And that kind of changed my relationship with him, and it kind of
Mhm.
changed my relationship. Even though my father would come around, he was too busy womanizing, drinking, hanging with his friends, trying to look a certain part, and he never spent no time with me. So I grew up with a lot of issues,
Yeah.
and and um, I had a cousin, and the cousin would come and sit watch TV. My grandma be in the house cleaning or something, doing laundry or something. My granddaddy be sitting on the couch, and we had our den was set off in another room, and that's where I was introduced to sex by my cousin. He was much older than me, and one day my granddaddy walked in on what was happening, and he was like, "You got to go." And from that point on, the cousin never could come around, but what was taught to me in those moments with that cousin kind of led me to thinking, oh, if I do this with this guy, he'll like me.
Mhm.
If I
Absolutely.
do this with this boy, he'll like me. And it wasn't that case. It was the opposite. And I learned later that
Yeah.
that's not how you get a boyfriend. That's not how
Right.
you present yourself as a young lady. Cause from that, I mean, I was, whenever I met boys, that's what I would do. Okay, I'm approaching them in
You
that
were
way.
offering them sex.
Yeah, yeah, offering them sex.
You
And
know,
yeah, and
I'm
yes,
just
ma'am.
you getting lots of great comments. I just want y'all to know who y'all are watching, who y'all listening to. This is the I Am Enough talk show. This is our book fair. You are listening to one of our authors, Miss Sharice, and she's sharing with you what's inside of her book. She definitely has a page turner, but it's also from this is real life. This is your life. And
Mhm,
only that, this is the overcoming that you
mhm.
said, that you talked about. So
Yeah,
fast forward, Queen, what,
yes, ma'am.
and this is a lot, I tell you, and Amber, you out there watching, right? What I tell you was gonna happen. When all of this was unfolding for you, because
Mhm.
I don't want to get into your book, but
Okay.
because this is in your book. This is a
Yes.
part of your book. I want y'all
Mhm,
to know who you're going to be blessing when you purchase her book. Okay,
mhm.
about to know who is going to be who you're going to be adding value to her life, because
Mhm.
as authors, when we share, it's not to shame, it's to
Yeah.
empower.
Power. Yes.
Okay. Because
Mhm.
when you talked about, I watched your video, and you talked about, and I'll be sharing. So another side note, y'all, if you are checking us out on any page, the one page that you really need to tap into, that is the I Am Enough talk show page. This queen has some clips, and we're going to be showing these clips throughout our page. So I want to encourage us to stay connected, because she's going to be sharing some more stuff in these clips. But queen, what was the breaking point for you to come out of the wilderness, as you call it?
It was the death of the three most important people in my life. And that was my grandmother, my father, and my mother. My grandmother passed November the 5th, 2011, like 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. And then my dad passes July the 14th, 2014, 2 weeks before my birthday. And then my mother passed 6 months later, right after Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving Christmas. She passed January the 5th of 2015. So, and after my after you have those three major deaths in your life, and those people have touched your life significantly, regardless if they were there or not, I took it as it's time for me to let go of this baggage that I'm holding on, that's holding me back from pursuing what God has for me. So after right back coming from my mother's funeral, God said, write the book. And it's exactly what I did. I started writing, I started putting stuff together. That was the only thing I had on my mind after I came back from my mother's funeral. Because at my mother's funeral, I didn't cry. I cried when they came and got my grandmother's body. I didn't really cry at my dad's funeral because the feelings weren't the same for him and my grandmother. Because my grandmother really my mother to me. But after then that 6 months didn't have give me time to grieve like that. And my mother passes. And I just broke down at my mother's funeral. I mean, viewing her body and stuff. So like I said, when I got back home, that's when I sat and put pen to paper. I wrote everything down before I typed it for the book. I
Mm,
wrote everything down and I just let go and I let God lead the way with what I was supposed to speak about in the book.
mm.
Yes,
Phenomenal. Phenomenal. So y'all have to read the book. Queen, I definitely you need you need something else. You need something else from the family. And I got my wheels is turning.
okay.
Your process to writing the book, would you say it was an easy, difficult, or was it a breeze? Or
It
some
was a breeze. It was a breeze for me.
breeze? You
hmm
think because
God,
it
God,
why do you think it was so easy for you?
because I think I totally surrendered to God and listening to Him while I was writing this book.
Hmm.
He just said start from the beginning and
Hmm.
work all the way. Just start from the beginning.
Hmm.
Don't make it hard. Don't divert from that. Just start from the beginning and take each chapter and each year and each time sequence and take your time and put it together the way it's supposed to be from beginning to that. I'm gonna say the first chapter, the first part of my life.
Hmm. Awesome. I love it, guys. If this is good stuff, put down good stuff. Hey, Dr. Elliott, thanks for joining us. And Sunbow said, awesome event. Thank you so much for that. And all of the other comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Too many to go through right now. But Queen, what I heard and I felt it in my spirit was that you were going to say you surrendered, and it was like almost like I heard you saying that before the words came out. Because when you're being that transparent about your life, you have
hmm
to render to just telling the truth about how your perception of the truth is. Because
hmm
that's the only perception we can live out of is our own, not worrying about anyone else. But what are some of the lessons that you learned after you wrote the story? Were there any other lessons that came to mind immediately after you was obedient and started writing to tell the story?
God said work on the workbook for the book.
Just
So
one assignment after the other.
I'm working on that now. The lessons I've learned is to be obedient. Be obedient to what he asking you to do. Stop ripping, running, stop going from man to man. Stop and focus on you, because as long as you keep running, you're not gonna. As long as you keep running, you don't have time to pay attention to what you need to do for yourself.
Right.
So that was one thing. The lesson I learned was to bring it down, calm down, and learn how to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Learn
Absolutely.
how to appreciate everything about you, what you bring to the table. Um, and he said at first when I wrote the book, it was about, okay, all right, I'm gonna make all this money from the book. I'll make all this money, right? But God said that ain't what I want. That ain't what I told you. Write this book. The purpose of the book was I need you to help somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to focus on helping other people
Mm-hmm.
to come out of their dark place, to come out of a shell, to come out from being abused, to come out from being physically, mentally, socially, all these abusive places. And I need you to free some minds and free some spirits, and don't change for nobody. If this
Mm-hmm.
story is for them to heal, and if they're willing to listen, let them heal.
I
You
love it.
know, so you because when I slowed down, I realized God was telling me to do a whole lot of other things.
Mm-hmm.
And I had been singing all this time, and singing and singing and grew up singing in church. Okay, now it's time to focus on something that you want to do for you. Like you know, as far as my as me singing gospel, I've got more into that. I've gotten more into uh that's my ministry.
Mm-hmm.
That became my full-time ministry, not just giving the word. Plus, I went to theology school. I decided to follow up what God said. Because you want to learn the word, you got to sit in the class that's going to teach you the word.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to church all you want to, but you can hear from the pastor, but you still are not learning the in-depth stuff that I want to teach you. So, and it, what this book has really taught me is to don't wait on other people to validate you.
Ooh.
Don't wait on other people to give you what you need. Sometimes you got to pour into other people, and God will pour into you.
Ooh. Come on now. Come on now. Don't
Sometimes
like that.
you have to be clear, be transparent, and give to the people, and don't look for anything in return.
Ooh, you said a mouthful. That's right. That's right. Queen,
Yes, ma'am.
blessed us today. Like I was telling everybody on Sunday, I'm gonna do something. I don't know what it is yet. It's gonna drop, but if you're able to, I'm gonna send out a notification for anybody that want to take part of it.
Yes,
Plus,
ma'am.
I just see you doing so much in your ministry, because you are definitely have it's just like beacon of hope. Because a lot of times with people feeling like so scarred up that they cannot come out of the wilderness, that they cannot
Mhm.
through, but you represent that. Not that I can, but I have. Not that you,
Mhm.
but you did. And
Mhm.
that's the part of becoming an author. It's not that it's taking that book from the ideal to publish. So what's the one
Yes.
thing that you would say to somebody that's sitting on the fence, got a book, got a story to tell, and just don't know how to tell it? What's the one thing that you would say to them?
Time waits for no man.
Woo, y'all better write that down. That's her slogan.
Time waits for
For
no
no
man.
man. Yes, yes, yes.
You can't put off tomorrow. You can't keep putting off for tomorrow what God asking you to do today.
Hello. Hello.
You can't do that because I've been there, done that, and I just gave in to what God asked me to do.
That's right.
And I got if you let yourself listen to God instead of other people's opinions and what they think
Mhm.
about you, and you think you need somebody's approval, and I got to run over here and tell this person, and I got to run over here and ask this person. I don't gotta ask nobody nothing. My answer would be to come from above. I don't need to ask nobody nothing.
You
That's
better
just like
tell her.
that's just
Tell
like God gave me that vision for the 4 programs I put together, like Morning Word and Worship, Let's Talk Sunday, Think About It Sunday, and Author's Excerpt Sunday. God gave me the visions for them. And I'm not waiting on other people to say, "Oh, I like that." No, look, that didn't come. That I didn't need your approval for that. I didn't ask for your approval for that. I got that answer from God. I got
you
that
gonna have me
answer.
running around here. Calm down now. You got me. I'm about to take off on you. I'm about to take off. Be like, pew! That's right. That's right. What's your one power word?
Forward.
Woo! Time waits for
Forward.
fun and forward.
Yep, forward.
Queen, I could really talk to you all day. I kid you not. I kid you not. I got so many. We could like peel this back like an onion, and I'll be just
Onion.
question
Peel
at a
that
time,
that orange.
one
I know that's
question
right.
at a time. Yes, but you guys, I know that you have been blessed today. I know it because I have. Queen, I really appreciate you being a part of this glorious, this special occasion. This has been more than I could even imagine. I want to thank all of anybody's that eyeballs have witnessed us today, whether you came in for a quick second or whether you stayed the entire time. But as promised, we are here from 12 to 3. I got to take a I'll be back at 7. So, Queen, if you can join us tonight, come through. If not, I understand. And
Yes.
I'll be rocking this thing out. Please keep doing your amazing work. Keep follow her. That's her website. She's on Instagram. She does amazing things on Instagram. She does amazing things on Facebook. She is just a beautiful person. I love everything about you. I love what you're doing. I bless you, and you have blessed us tremendously. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for this opportunity because this is a new thing for me to get out and to be heard and give the word, not just to be seen, but give a word when I come. Give positivity when I come. Just bring God with me in this forum, and he will lead, he will tell me what to say like he did for Moses. He said, "What's wrong
Absolutely.
with my tongue?" Okay, look, I know you got a stuttering problem, but I got this.
I got this. I got this, Queen. You are so beautiful. Thank you so much. Y'all give
Thank you.
give everybody a hand. Queen, I'll see you soon. You can hang out in the back room. I'll be closing out right after this. So, wasn't that phenomenal? Didn't I tell you this day was going to be phenomenal? It was just I need to run around and I need a nap. I don't know which one I'm gonna do first. But if you have benefited by watching, listening, sharing this information, please put a 2 down in the comments. Send all of these beautiful authors lots of light and love. I'm just ecstatic. I don't even have words for my feelings, for my emotions right now. Just every single one of the authors came on. They showed up. That's what it said come. It said show up and show out. And they have showed out. If they showed out, say it to let them know that they showed out. They showed out. Yes, they did. I just pray that this blessed you in a way that you didn't even see it coming. You was blindsided by the blessing. I am so excited about everything. This whole line of, let me tell you, tonight we have these are the book titles. The Emancipation of Limits, A Beautiful Dream, Behind Church Doors, Blush, Graduating from Pain to Purpose, and Step into Your Power. Those are the books that are coming up tonight from 7 to 9. So make sure that you be here. It's been a blast. You can't stop me from loving you, so don't even try it. I am Wanda D, the Motivational Queen, and I will be back here tonight, 7 o'clock. I'll see you soon, and thanks for hanging out with us today. Peace, love, and light. Bye. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. Let me give you my theme song. Hold up. I got something for you. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put something in it. Something in it.
Go through with PTSD. Also, I'm ex-military, but I learned how to turn it into microphone techniques. So I'm gonna freestyle, and then I'm gonna tell y'all a little something, because Wanda D told me to freestyle. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Hard with the drums. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I come from the boogie down, south side of town. MCs like me, we come incredible. See, I've been spending so much time in my head. Grab the microphone. Did you hear what I just said? I got skills, rocking on the mic. I pay bills all the time. Rapping on the beat with the rhyme. I'm coming off the top of my mind. I do this all the time. This is how I rhyme. I am enough.
I am enough.
Sing it. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. Times right now are totally rough. Every time I'm dealing with this stuff, I grab the microphone and I don't bluff. And when I hold the microphone, I'm like the bluff. Sit back and watch the crowd rock. I grab the microphone non-stop. Blast the microphone is, I got a bonus to grab this mic and do just what I like. Too much hesitation, I had to take a turn. Sit back, relax, so I can unwind. Messing with my mind. Now I gotta come out here and show this one time that I could unwind. Say a little stuff that was on my mind. And this is how we do. Are y'all with me? I'm with you too. Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
Come on, times are tough and you know it's rough, but say, I am enough.
I am enough.
Say, I am enough.
I am enough.
I am enough. I am enough. I'm from the Bronx, baby.
In the 8C.